I've tried everything, man. I need Lunesta to go to sleep.
Isn't it like conky? Like,
That's the one with the yellow.
Pretty good.
butterfly in the
15 minutes,
commercial.
you're
I
out.
had the
Or is
ability
it
to
green?
fall asleep during Thor and Hulk fight scene.
yeah.
But I mean, it was
Oh.
their fault. They took me to a movie after I drove to Vegas.
Well, you know what
I
it is?
fell asleep in a live production of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh.
Okay.
Did you wake up with dicks on your face?
I've fallen asleep 5 feet away from a live band in a bar, leaning up against a wall.
I fell asleep in my brother's car while he was putting on loud death metal.
I don't think that was sleep. I think you just passed out.
Well, like a Marvel movie. Here's the problem with Marvel movies. About halfway through, there's so much going on the screen that it's like white noise. You just go, oh,
Mm-hmm. You don't get that focus.
yeah,
Overstimulated.
overstimulated. Just go to sleep.
That's why Sam falls asleep.
Well, that was the other one. I don't remember. What was the one we went to with your mom? Sitting in like the very, very front row, so you're like looking like this at the screen.
That's because there was no.
It was going to be the new Black Panther.
I think it's going to be his sister.
It's a sister.
Yeah, it's his sister.
Oh, they're still on that. Okay.
More people are freaking out about the Ironheart. I guess the CGI for Ironheart didn't do great, and everybody's been like, "Oh, this is
What's
awful."
Ironheart?
Another character from Marvel. She's supposed to be like one of the like top tier powerful ones. So,
Never heard of her.
I really wanted to get into She-Hulk,
I think,
but I don't like
couldn't do it.
lawyers, so why bother?
Ironheart.
I don't like it.
Ironheart is supposed to be the new.
No, I
Iron
like
Man.
the
It's
idea of it.
female
I
Iron
understand
Man.
what they were trying to do.
It's more geared towards female audience.
No, that doesn't bother me at all. It never has. I like falling in love with characters. Like characters, like intrigue me, and I want to fall in love with them and be on their journey.
Her development was.
But I fucking hate lawyers. I have no interest in lawyers.
A
Like
friend
none of it
mine who
appeals to
follows
me.
Even
a
if
lot
you're a
of
Hulk
that-
lawyer, you're scam of you.
Well, I mean, I want to like it. I want to love it, but I just don't like lawyers.
A
At
friend
the
of mine
end.
who follows a lot of that said that he used to watch read the comics when he was a kid. And
Mhm.
she's one of the first people to actually break the fourth wall before Deadpool even. So it's like a lot of the stuff she does is apparently in canon. I haven't seen it myself.
Well, but I think that also lends to the other kind of like challenges too. Is that are we worried about the comic canon, or do we accept MCU? If
Well,
MCU is the MCU universe,
There's no stopping it.
they
so
have
how do you
license to do whatever they want with
Right.
the original content and where they're taking characters, which I'm perfectly fine with.
As long
I
as they don't
just-
do what they did to Star
At
Wars,
some
I'm okay.
point,
You know what?
if you
Here's the
walk
thing
into a
about
grocery
that.
store that has like 182 different cookies to offer,
All right, this is what I'm going to tell you as a Star Wars fan. Okay.
oh, here we go. You hear this, everybody out there? This is
Okay,
what-
this is what I'm saying as a Star Wars fan.
Look what you're starting.
You go back 50 years and pick a movie that they're still making movies about.
Uh-huh.
Which one?
All of
Doctor
them.
Who.
That's all.
Okay,
all
no
the movies
movies.
that
No,
come
he
out
said
now
Star
are
Wars.
recycled.
He said
Sometimes they don't even
Star
go
Wars.
50 years.
Just anything.
Star
Okay.
Trek.
They redo movies that are only like
Okay,
10 years or 15
So
years
yeah.
old.
So what I'm saying though is
nowadays
there
they
could
do,
just
yeah.
be the first 3 movies and that's it. And you guys would all the Star Wars fans would be asked out. But guess what? They're still making content. And you know what? I liked all of it because you just go, okay, I don't care that, oh, he should have never got out of the Sarlacc pit. There's no way that he would have got out of the Sarlacc pit. I
Are
mean,
you
come
telling
on.
me you
just-
like Jar Jar Binks?
Oh no, I think those 3 films should be burned.
See that 180 pivot right there?
Jar Jar, he's a dork.
You can just say I don't like certain parts of it, right? But like some of these people are just panning everything that they've ever made. Like I don't like this, I'm like, just be happy they're still making it. Because I tell you, if they stop making Star Wars shit, nerds would have heart attacks and die.
Well, there was somebody who actually posted it up on Facebook, but it was like the comparison. Basically, they were saying Harry Potter is a modern interpretation of Star Wars because it has the exact same storyline.
But there's a fundamental flaw in like the Hollywood presentation of film and the way they write screenplays. It's all based on a single theme for the most part, the hero's journey. So you have the core construct of the hero's journey and everything that kind of orbits around it.
Mhm.
right? Every single movie you've ever seen, with few exceptions, is based on that.
Mhm.
If you look at Indiana Jones, Star Wars.
Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, I mean that's a really good representation
Apocalypse
of the
Now,
hero's journey.
perfectly,
Charlie
yeah.
Sheen's character,
Yeah.
or I'm sorry, not Charlie, his father,
Martin
Martin
Sheen.
Martin Sheen. If you really look at a hardcore study of that, that is exactly. Now, the hero could be anti-hero. The hero could be dark. It could be light. But fundamentally, every film you ever watch is based on the hero's journey.
Oh yeah.
Unless it's a romance, and then they
No,
The epic
not
journey.
really. That's still a hero's journey, really.
The young person has a mentor, they die or disappear, and they go on an epic journey to discover themselves.
It's a very common theme, and it's worked for Hollywood for so long. I don't think they really know what else to do.
It's not just Hollywood. It's literally
Hey,
the
John
oldest-
Wick 4 is coming out, baby.
The oldest
A
written
really good
story.
example of the hero's journey.
right.
Really good example
One
of an anti-hero's
Oh,
heroic
yeah.
journey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now he's gonna-
absolutely.
I think this one's where he becomes the end all shit of assassins, like the king of the assassons, man.
I mean,
I'm waiting for that one.
Well, no,
I saw the preview of it.
No, he's
already. It's
taking on-
basically- It basically comes down to him having a one-on-one battle.
Yeah.
With, like,
I think it's
the-
Yakuza theme this
Yakuza,
time, and
yeah.
it's it's like
Was
his
it like his equal in the
yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
Baba Yaga of
Yeah.
Asia.
Yeah, and what they do is they're gonna have a showdown at dawn, but then he sends all
supposed
these
to
guys
make
to
it
try to
to
kill him
dawn.
before dawn. So it's all about him
Well,
trying to
it's not
survive
about
until dawn.
him. It's all about the table. The table
Yeah.
tries to kill
Yeah,
John Wick
right.
because they know if he sets this precedent, then people can find a way out of the table.
Right.
You know, but
That'd be
I
fun.
still, I guess I struggle with John Wick 4 because I thought the point of John Wick 3 was they finally did the.
No, spoilers.
Well,
Oh.
plug your ears.
I
You
haven't
might
watched
need
it
to use
yet.
2 fingers.
You haven't watched John Wick?
I haven't watched the third one. I didn't. Okay, it
I
took me a
didn't know
while
that
to watch the first one because
It had the dog?
died.
Okay, so this is what I did.
Oh.
I forwarded past that part from my wife and said, just know they killed this puppy. That's it. And then she's like, every time he kills somebody, yeah, dog killer fucking die. Like that. And every fucking time someone got killed, she was like, dog killer, you motherfucker, die. And so I was like,
It
damn.
came out,
Dad, you
right?
would have watched
It
the
came
video
out-
to see who actually killed the dog.
Yeah. I said, see that motherfucker? He's the guy that killed the dog. She's like, oh, I hate it the way he looks. He goes, isn't that guy that got his dick cut off in that one movie? And I go, yeah. Like, die, you dickless asshole. And
So
she was like,
I
oh,
mean,
she got really like,
I didn't
she
watch it.
understands
militant.
it's like
I watched it
fantasy.
with
It's
my
No.
not
dad.
real.
No. no, when you say somebody killed a puppy, that was it for her. She was like, she loved revenge flicks, but she really liked that one because she's like, dog killing motherfucker.
So
Die.
we've watched the first one and the second one, and I
Right.
don't
The
think-
third one is
I've watched
Parabellum, I
The
believe.
third
is
one
third
kicks ass because it's got dogs in it.
Okay.
And
Like
these dogs
tough
are bad
dogs.
effing.
And it's got
I'm
his-
looking forward to seeing him. Jason and I.
It's got his crush in it.
So what
too.
happens? I'll tell you the whole story real quick.
No.
Beautiful melon.
And I guess in the third one,
Person asteroid
that's where I got
hits the
confused about the
Earth,
fourth
and
one
then a
because he
Buddhist
destroys the high table. So I'm like,
La,
if
la,
the
la,
high
la.
table's gone, then what is left? That's what was confusing to me.
I don't think he killed the high table.
I'm pretty sure he did at the very end because the high table is nomadic. It's Bedouin. The high table never stays in one spot.
No,
That's
he
its
made
power.
a deal
He
with
made
the
a
high
deal with
table.
them.
No, he made the deal with the high table.
Did he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to
Which
rewatch
allowed him
that.
to
I
go
might
With the
back.
one guy from the high table, the
But
one
he
guy.
still, but he
Yeah.
still had the price on his head the whole way.
But he still, but and
Yeah,
now
well, I'm looking forward to being close to get rewatch it because I think it's been a while since I've watched
yeah,
it.
they sent. Remember, they
third
sent
one.
everybody in to try to kill him, and then he fell off the roof, and then he disappeared.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Well, and
I
the
thought
guy who
he-
rescues him out of the after he falls off the building is the other.
Well, and what was
Right.
really funny is that the guy who plays the bad guy at the high table, every time he spoke, I was thinking of him in the one with Wahlberg, my main man, the one in Iraq.
Oh yeah.
Three Aces, or
Oh,
whatever
yeah,
it's
yeah.
called,
Uh-huh.
or Three Kings.
Three Kings,
Three
yeah,
Kings.
yeah.
Hey, my man, why you come to Iraq and steal our oil?
Hey,
And the whole time he's doing his spiel as a tough guy, I'm like, you're that funny fucking guy.
guy.
In that
Well,
other
you know what?
movie.
There's another funny one too. Is in the Mummy. Remember the guy in the Mummy that's like he's
O'Connor.
he's the Bedouin guy that tries to stop him all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
O'Connor.
He's the gigolo in Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And every time I see him, like he's the gigolo guy, man, with the big ass fucking fish tank. Fucking funny, man.
Oh my god.
And that I can't remember that the black guy's name, but he was like, "Yeah, we got to get your mangina working." It's like,
Oh yeah, Deuce Bigelow.
Yeah.
Did you say steak?
that's a big bitch. Remember that?
Did you say steak? No, I said mistake.
he's rubbing that chick's foot, and they must have got the biggest dude known to man to put his foot up, because like his foot's like this big, and he's like rubbing her. It's supposed to be rubbing this big chick's foot, and the foot's like this big. He's all,
And that's an Adam Sandler film, right? Thanks, baby.
yeah, I think it's
That's
Adam
an Adam
Sandler, but
Sandler
it's got whatchamacallit in it. I can't remember his name.
Okay.
God bless you.
It's hilarious though. So every time I see the mummy, I go, he's a gigolo. That's another one my wife loves is the mummy movies.
Oh my gosh, I love them.
Oh my
I
god,
like
did you
everyone but
see
the last
Brendan
one.
Fraser in the previews for The Whale?
The last one was good except for the girl.
He's a
Supposed to be
whale.
really
They
good.
did
I
not
mean,
do that with
you
the
know
girl
how
in
he
the
got
first
heavy.
movie.
Yeah, I know.
he had like
It was the
he
same, I think,
broke his
Scott Knight
back
pulled
making
with the-
Mummy
with the
2.
Jungle
Yeah.
too.
So
That should teach you to use a freaking
When they
stuntman.
open like
Well,
that,
you
it's
know,
like,
not
we're
everyone
being
can be
honest,
Tom
it
Cruise.
makes the entire thing a comedy instead of a serious film.
Wait,
It's
yeah,
like-
but you know when you're a midget like
Like, the
Tom
rest of the movie
Cruise,
was
you
like
can't
very
get hurt if you fall down because you're
You
falling down
balance.
12 inches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If a big ass dude falls down, it hurts because you're falling from 5-6 feet.
Start out small.
Right.
That way, when they fall over, they don't hurt themselves.
Right.
They don't hurt. they
Tom Cruise
bounce.
can fall over and roll down some stairs and be like, he's fine. Because every stair, if
Oh
when
my
they make
god, have you
stairs is
seen
big,
that Family Guy with Tiny Cruise?
Tiny Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tiny Tom
What are you
Cruise.
doing here, Tiny Tom Cruise? Hey, Stewie,
Hey, he's
you
doing
want to come hang out with me?
it.
He's like 2 feet
The
tall.
force field's gone. Run for your lives.
Oh, that one.
Remember the one where it's
Oh.
the three guys in the cage?
Or the whole parody on South Park where they're
Oh
like,
yeah.
"Hey, Tom Cruise, would you come out of the closet and talk to us?"
Or remember
Just
when
come
they,
out of the closet, Tom Cruise.
remember when they go on a field trip to the fudge packing plant and Tom Cruise is working there? And they said, "Look, I told you that Tom Cruise packs fudge." Oh my God, Tom Cruise is a fudge packer. That's just totally going off like that for like 10
Parody
minutes.
forever. It was so funny.
And he's in there and he's packing fudge in boxes.
Speaking of packing fudge, have you guys ever been through Uranus, Missouri?
Yeah,
No.
There's a fudge store in Uranus, Missouri.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you have to go. If you're
Best
ever
fudge
driving-
packing in the
And
country
it-
in
And the
Uranus,
shirt.
Missouri.
But you have to go to the back door to get it. And then they go to the front and they sell lemonade.
Oh. Are you doing more dirty
And
Johnny
milk.
jokes?
In the second story, they sell
shirts
milk.
Are hilarious that they sell there. They're on their website too.
Yeah, the
Oh
problem.
my
Yeah.
gosh. It's
The
like
knockoff
Milk,
of the
milk,
Johnson.
lemonade.
It's like-
Around the corner, fudge is made.
Uranus, Missouri. We bury him deep in Uranus, Missouri.
We bury him deep.
Yeah, it's the mortuary.
Oh.
Uranus mortuary. We bury him deep. Oh gosh,
So
what are
wrong.
some of the other ones? I may have to look them up just because they're hilarious. Oh,
What's
Uranus
Bombadil?
University. It's your head is in Uranus. You might as well learn something.
That's shit. That's funny. Now you know there's like some like city council. There's got to be a way we can bring some tourist dollars into this damn town. I got it. I got one.
Yeah, it's all about Uranus.
It's all
It's the
about-
best planet.
We
in
might
the
as well
solar
embrace
system.
Uranus.
Now
You
I'm
might as
trying
well
to remember
rename the
which
town.
that was. I was listening to the news on the way in, and there was a town where the mayoralship had three different people were
Bless you.
voted for. One of them got 15 votes, and the other two both got 55, and they can't have a tie, so they decided it was a coin toss.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Your mayor.
so cool.
It's like Kentucky or something like that. It was
Jeez.
like,
Oh
Hey,
my God.
Better than nothing, right?
Wow.
It all comes down to a coin toss. Get the referee of the local football team.
Is it like the mayor of hell?
Still think first past the first vote
Heill.
would be a better system.
What are you wearing your smoky glasses for? Ooh, let's do the conch.
She's hired and shit.
Mm.
Which conch are we starting with?
The one that works.
Let's try the new conch.
Oh, he's been replaced.
I don't know. The new conch kind of like
She was
says single
she was
words.
fingering that one and
Oh.
couldn't get it to work.
That's a common problem amongst us old
It's
people. We're
just
sorry.
been overstimulated.
Yeah. You've overstimulated your conch by fingering it too much. You have to buy a new one.
Okay, we'll use your card.
No, this is
You want to go first? Or what?
I'll go last. So you go first, Ray.
All right, here's a personal question. Are you better than my conch?
Try asking again.
Oh, you gotta do what it
She
says.
has
Try to
a
ask it
new
again.
voice. Will I die this time around?
See, single words. Just no.
No.
No drama.
Oh, we got to go around.
Callista's conch god is like dramaless.
Will I find the Vorpal sword to defeat the Jabberwocky?
No.
See, that one had dramatic
No.
no to
No.
it.
No.
No, you go.
Okay.
Go. Okay,
Wait,
you're up.
Do it.
That's what she said.
was your
Yeah.
question?
The Vorpal sword.
I tried to see if I could get a Vorpal sword to
A
defeat
five
the
Vorpal sword?
Jabberwocky.
Vorpal sword, 'cause you said that
Five
wrong.
Vorpal sword.
Five Vorpal
Plus
sword.
five Vorpal sword.
So probably already
Are we
got
live
two
yet?
no's.
Oh yeah, we're
Oh,
live for
God.
like 20
Oh, yeah.
minutes.
He does. That.
Sorry, folks.
It's actually a line out of a Rogers Lasney book.
The plus
Oh.
five
Fuck it,
Vorpal
we'll do it
sword,
live.
Vorpal sword.
The Jabberwocky and the Vorpal sword. I think it's also like an Alice in Wonderland or something.
All I can
Yes.
think of. Go ahead.
Is
Will your pet
what's your
die?
character's name?
When will your pet die? Huh?
Mary
Zephora?
or,
Zephora.
Is Zephora a spy? No, I know the answer to that.
No, you don't.
Oh,
Meta.
out of meta. Yeah.
Totally meta.
We're
and
trying not to go
everything.
meta answers.
She's also assuming pillow talk, and that's just rude.
Yeah.
I'm not
Stop it.
He
I
doesn't
know,
do
right?
any pillow talk, please. I mean about game.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I
Will we kill Zephora?
Your heart is telling you no, but this conch is telling you yes.
Hey, whatever.
She's got it out for you, Jerry.
I know, right?
Will as confidant and best friend in Vasselheim, Tora has just revealed that she has been lying to her on some level and has manipulated her memories into forgetting
Point
that,
of view. Point of view.
into forgetting that her grove had been horribly destroyed years and years ago. Should I continue to trust her?
Another conch in the Mystic Network had a user with this very same question. He is dead.
How did she like ask such a long question and get such a long answer?
I know, right? It's so weird. It's like it might be a real god.
Can I please die this game?
Yes.
Thank you.
Is the great random number generator god with us tonight?
No.
No. No.
No.
It was a snarky no, too. That's what's so great about it.
We have 3 different no's.
Right?
All right, folks. See you next week. We're gonna wait till the dice are with us.
Yeah, no
We're gonna
kidding.
play.
Well, hey everybody, welcome back. Monday, we're back from 2-week break, I think. Yeah, we took last Monday off, so had a little bit of a break. Had a busy week, I think, to say the least. But hey, we're all back.
Too full on candy from Halloween, got sick, you know.
Got a
Yeah,
ton-
oh, that's right. That was right after
Your tum-tum
the weekend after
ache.
Halloween. We took Halloween out because Halloween was a Monday.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then we took another. Yeah, we came back from a 2-week break. No wonder Callista was getting bored.
Yeah, let's get right to it.
I wasn't getting bored, but I was
We're split apart
definitely-
in 1,000 different directions, and
He
we're
was
never gonna get.
definitely waking up in the morning, you know, like with the better freaking game today.
Well, you have a book to read. That's what I'm talking about, by the way.
Yeah,
So,
7 or 8.
our team originating within the Devil's Grin had finally journeyed all the way to Winchleach. During that process, they had met Belladonna. They'd also destroyed a sacred site, recovered a unique stone from an observation pillar or vault. We don't know for sure. And it's quite possible that the very first thing they did within the first 5 sessions is actually let the big bad out. That we don't know yet, but maybe that's what
We
that
all-
wizard was.
We all called it. By the way. We all
Yeah, we all called it. The guy we saved was the big bad. That
I was
gonna
trying to
destroy
hold
the
on to
entire
it, but he
world.
ran away. And for some reason, I wasn't able to capture him.
So with the destruction of whatever magic was taking over both the packs of wolves and the insects that were unleashed on the surface were dealt with. Meanwhile, this whole time, Jerry had a little secret. He was being pursued by magicians, illusionists, magic users, practitioners of the arcane, as Jerry
Magic.
would say.
Magic.
Had finally come to a head. After leaving Winchleach, recovering the tax collection money of the coin strikers, and earning a little bit of fame, finally, they had
That don't
reached
pay the
Vasselheim.
bills.
However, before they entered the city of Vasselheim, they had a little interlude. Scarlet was convinced an old past was attempting to track her down. Willa had stumbled into an old memory that she thought was reliable, but maybe it's not.
So she killed all their friends and sucked all their energy.
Some shadowy figure that was seen out in the forest seemed to momentarily just kind of gather everyone's attention, but then dissipated as quickly as it appeared. And the
Oh
team,
man, it was a trap.
team realized that when they got back to the campsite, Jerry was gone. They then began to rest up, got up the next morning, headed into Vasselheim proper, and now they're in a city, rather large city. Took the time out to get a little settled in, checked in with the Sarenrae Temple as well. Took some time at a local tavern as they met one of their more reliable contacts that is now a gentleman that seems to be concerned that they're no longer working for the Azure Hammer, but that's okay. And as a whole, we got an opportunity to meet a new individual that goes by the name of Zephora, working within the tavern that they had stopped off to take a little break while in the city of Vasselheim. With that, the team split up, with Zephora being hired on at the behest of the tavern keeper because he could no longer either afford her or he was so
Tolerate
creeped out
her.
by her that it was better just to get rid of her.
Tolerate
Still up in the
them.
air on that one. But, well, Scarlet paid a little visit to the Shriekers and ran into one of her partners or mentors, depending on your perspective. A Dragonborn leader of the Scarlet Shrieks was in the process of questioning an individual. We got a brief glimpse into the specialization of what Scarlet is quite capable of. However, at the end of the interrogation, rather than clean herself off, she wandered back to the Sarenrae Temple, found Marrow, and the two of them took advantage of the hospitality of the common baths to get cleaned up and relax a little bit. Meanwhile, Willa, looking for answers, made her way into the Abundant Terrace. There, she found Tora. She found questions. She found answers. But Tora recommended that maybe she should take respite in the Treant Grove and take an opportunity to speak to some very, very old and ancient friends that reside in that grove. However, Zephora went into back alleys and dark streets, found a mysterious individual who then began to have a conversation about things, whether it's related to the party or those involved in the party. One particular name was mentioned. A description of Scarlet was in the conversation, although names were not purposely mentioned, but the description was there. Meanwhile, Jade and Bella, not willing to give up on Jerry yet, began to cast a spell in hopes of tracking him, only to discover he is not in the city of Vasselheim.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now with that locator, I believe it was a potion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would it have found him even if he was dead, or does it only work if he's alive?
Don't know.
Could have asked the person you got it from.
It's a locator spell.
Well, it's a
Locator
potion
spells-
of location.
Is it a location of item or people? If it's a people, then they have to be alive. If it's an item, then they can be dead.
Do they have to be alive? That's my question.
I
Do they
love
have
the
to be alive?
logic on that one.
I will retcon it and say that either an object or person can be traced.
So dead or alive.
No statement was ever made about living or dead.
Right.
But the potion, at the very least, tells you he's not
Not
in the
in
city of Vasselheim.
Is it a one-time use, or can you keep using it?
One-time use, and I think it lasted an hour.
An hour.
No, it lasted
Like up to an hour.
an hour.
So with that, Bella and Jade finish wandering the many different streets of Vasselheim. Willa has settled into a long rest over at the Abundant Terrace. Zafara, where are you heading off to? Your contact has slipped a few gold in your hand and disappeared into the night.
How much?
25 gold.
Selling
Can't
us
eat
out
fame. I'd rather have the money.
Selling us out
Um,
for gold. I see how it is.
That was the Iron Hammer dwarf. That was your contact at the Opaque Tavern, where you
I'm
met
going
Zafara.
to on my way back, I want to stop by like the red light district.
Okay.
I want to like watch how the ladies like, you know, lure the men in, their facial expressions, their
Okay.
body movements.
Spend the evening
that kind of
doing
stuff.
that. That's fair.
Okay.
Anybody
Does he
else
get
want to do any last minute evening activity before we all settle in for a long rest?
Does he get to do an insight check to see if he also becomes more awkward?
I don't think Sephora is capable of being awkward. She's not really in tune with emotion. She's learning emotion. So
Everybody's
I
got
wanna
their
start
problems.
Practicing scry from my spellbook.
okay. Spend some time reading, writing, and organizing some arcane understanding of the spell called Scry. Anybody else? The two of you are kind of wrapping up your little cleanup session in the back of the public baths of the Saren Ray that's offered up to people that serve under the Pike's Watch, which technically you do. They weren't thrilled with your arrival. They're more thrilled that you're now cleaned up.
You don't smell like shit. Yay.
No, she's no longer
Not
covered in
covered
in
blood.
blood. Covered
in blood.
With a shit-eating grin. So you're halfway there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna talk
What's
to
wrong with blood?
the
It smells
ant.
like
I worked
iron.
up an appetite, so I'm gonna go down to the kitchen.
Okay, you're gonna head down to the Saren Ray kitchens and the common area where they feed people that come and go. Okay, it's fair. Meryl.
Dinner sounds good.
Okay, so you too. Are you wearing armor and weapons, or are you in casual attire?
Casual. We just came from the baths.
Okay, that's fair. Bella and Jade, what are you two
But
doing?
I have my blades, of course.
Well, I'm assuming we already ate.
Yeah. Because we
I
ate
keister my
before we
blade.
left. Before we went there.
Never without it.
Was that lunch or dinner?
It was lunch.
If it's dinner time, we'd be eating dinner.
Yeah.
It's late in the evening at this point,
Then we'd
so it
probably
could be
up in our
a late
rooms.
evening meal would be appropriate.
Damn it, just a little
So where are you two heading off to?
We'd eat dinner and then at the Saren Ray temple.
Okay.
And then I would retire for the night.
Okay. Before we get there, though, the four of you actually run into each other down in the kitchens.
Okay.
The kitchens are kind of like open access, and all the common tables are designed for anyone who kind of comes in, comes out, and just wants to like have a meal. It's very much
cheese.
hospital kind of vibe, right?
Mhm.
As you two get there first, you notice as Jade and Bella eventually arrive as well. The four of you are sitting at a long table having a meal at this point. Willa, as you settle into the garden area of the Trient space, you let your roots kind of dig down. You go into that kind of like self-imposed beginnings of a long rest. Feel a squirrel kind of run up the trunk and settle into your limbs, and as you blend in with the garden space. Nearby, very ancient and elderly treant kind of waits for you to settle. You're not familiar. Who are you?
It's Willa. I've been here before.
I'm a very old oak tree. My memory's not as good as it used to be. I'm sorry. Willa. Oh, yes, Willa. You were a little sapling when they brought you here. But you're not a treant, are you?
No.
What are you?
I'm just a tree.
Oh, no, dear. That's not how it works at all. I am a treant. I am of a lineage of treants, and we have been on this world for a very long time. You are not a treant. You are something else, and I'd like you to explain to me exactly what you are.
Well, now I'm not so sure. Maybe those memories are corrupted too. From my understanding, I was a seed planted from the great trees of the Vespertine Timberlands. Those who had born before the calamity, born from the life energy.
The great high oaks of the grove.
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense, dear. I haven't walked the surface of this world in nigh over 1,000 years. That doesn't make any sense. Perhaps old oaken leaf here is a little addled due to age, but I know those stories quite well. And I do not believe they have told you the truth of your nature, if that's what they are telling you. Who's been telling you these stories?
Well, they're my memories, so maybe they're not real. I don't even know.
And what is a memory to someone like you, dear? What do you care of memory? We live for thousands of years. Our memories are in the shape of days, weeks, centuries. The light goes up, the light goes down. What do we care?
I don't even know how old I am. With that knowledge.
I find this conversation interesting. You know, us treants have a skill. If you would allow me to read your thoughts.
Please, if you can see into my mind and help me make sense of all this uncertainty, I would.
And this huge tree-like form bends and leans down, shadows into your garden space, and just, it won't be that comfortable, but I'll do my best. And you immediately feel the root system begin to wrap up around you.
That's invasive.
As you slip into a dreamlike state.
That's not what it is. Trees are
It's a tree hug.
just because Willis prefers the female form, that doesn't make it her female.
As the darkness takes you, you feel the energy of a mind begin to mingle with your mind.
Mm-hmm.
But as the two of you stand there in thought, he picks a more pleasing representation. You are a young 20-something woman of non-discernible humanoid caricature, almost as if you're made of clay. He's older, almost like a Socrates type of persona.
Mm-hmm.
Now, your memories seem to go off in so many places. So you say they told you they found you in the Life Grove, then?
Well, from my memories, I was in a great fire and I was trapped in a place I couldn't escape, and they saved me from this.
Interesting. What do you know of the Savalier Wood, child?
The Savalier Wood? What do I know of this?
Let me get a history check.
Hey.
Yeah.
I want to help.
No! I was, trying to-
Jeff's like the
I
tree
was
ants
testing
real talent is real morning hardwood.
I was literally testing this so this wouldn't happen.
This hardly ever
Did
happens
it
to me.
eat your tree? I mean, your tree ate your.
No, the wire did, I think.
Yeah, the wire
It's-
did. I was testing it the whole time before we started.
Yeah, but remember when you got here, you dropped it.
Yeah, I know. I tested it
You
after that, too.
discombobulated
I
it.
tested it after that too. That's the worst part.
Just put your finger in the hole; it'll be fine.
Yeah, okay, it's a secret.
That's what they all say, isn't it?
History, it's only a 7 because I rolled a 5.
Make sure you glass.
Chav's in the UK, and he's like, "There's a real place called Morningwood Forest in the UK." Oh, you gotta pull that off there.
Wait,
Look like a very thin heroin. What's his name from the Beatles? John Lennon. It
is
works.
that where all the teenagers go for like makeout point?
Morning
I
wood.
believe that's where they film every Viking festival ever in Europe.
Morning wood.
Morningwood.
Morning
Yeah.
Morning wood.
What'd you get?
Morning
7.
wood.
7. I mean, the world's full of named forests of all matter. This one doesn't really sound too familiar to you.
What was the name again so I can write
The
it down?
Savalier Wood.
That's the most evil part of the forest, isn't it?
Anyways.
Satan himself was burned.
Yeah, absolutely. That's precisely.
You can feel the progression of the walk, but it doesn't really make sense. Like you don't have legs, so it's just like he's mimicking something to make it easier for him to tell his story that he's trying to tell you. And as you walk forward, you're passing memories, you're passing thoughts. And at some point, you're standing on a great mountain spire, just up on top of it, as if you're looking down into a great expanse of a forest. And the entire forest is on fire. This, dear, is the Savalier Wood. There was a time, way before even my acorn was to come into existence and become the ancient creature that I am. The age of Arcanum, the calamity all coming together out here. A great fire of magical origin struck this wood, and it burnt for 100 years before it was finally put out. Legend has it that a great keeper of arcane managed to figure out how it happened and had undid what had ever set the wood on fire. It is the only grove that describes your memory to me, dear. Shall we take a closer look?
Well, then won't learn anything if we don't.
And then suddenly the mountainscape goes right by, and you're amongst the burnt remnants of this Savalier Wood, as he calls it. Walking through the charred remains of thousands upon thousands of trees, burnt down to husk and root. Animals kind of charcoalized and in like death poses, burnt to crisp all around. As this entire kind of like place is just a crisp of just burnt. And even though you're not there, it's
What is
in
ash?
his
Starts fires
memory
like that.
of his understanding of the Savalier Wood. You can smell it. Like it just smells like burnt wood because it's your most hated thing. You hate that smell. So without even experiencing it, you can just automatically smell
Smells
it.
like death.
And as you walk towards the center of this wood, he stops. There is the rebirth of this place. That great statue that you see there, a dedicated monument to an elven god which allowed the Mausoleum to come into existence. And with that, the great elves of the Mausoleum repaired this forest, put it back into its proper symbiote relationship, and great tribes of treants like myself came from this wood. And we traveled across Exandria. We spread our knowledge and our understanding of allowing trees to grow in all manner of soil to bring Exandria the health and the future it required to our existence. However, at some point, a great magic was spurned here.
And the Fae and the Fell collided in this wood and killed the forest yet again. But not in the sense that we know it, but in absolute corruption of its natural existence. Do you understand what I'm saying, girl? The natural force that was here collided with something unnatural and created something wholly unique. No.
But why wouldn't I remember that?
Your memories are not yours yet, child. They took your memories from you for some reason, to protect you or even maybe to protect themselves. Humanoids are unnatural creatures.
They lie.
I don't care about lying. They live so shortly and with such emotion. Their own ignorance blinds them from their own stupid choices and mistakes that they make. They never see the long view of anything. They shit, they piss, they burn, they eat, they fight, and they kill.
I don't like trees now.
That is what it is to be a humanoid. They don't know anything better. So, if they were to stumble across something as unique as you, why would you believe that they have any interest in telling the truth of it? That doesn't make much sense now, does it?
It doesn't now. The more I learn about them, the more I find they lie for no reason at all.
This is true. Well, focus on what you think the truth is. Whether or not they've lied to you for the purposes of protecting themselves or protecting you, you could never possibly know that. Maybe there is some compassion in their cold little hearts. I don't know. And to be truthful, I'm too old to fucking care. I sit in the grove, and I help minds heal, and I allow the terrace to do well. And on occasion, I get to have a conversation with a unique individual.
And then everything just kind of falls away. And you're kind of just there in the grove. The tree ant is just silent off to the side. You can just kind of feel the grove itself beginning to just kind of give you that health, like that recuperation that you need. You get the sense of a calmness that overwhelms you. The irritation is gone. The angst is gone. It's just the soft hum of dozens and hundreds of trees within the terrace are just kind of singing to a wind. And that wind just kind of allows you to slowly fall into your long rest.
What did this great tree call himself?
Oakleaf. So the four of you are in the kitchens.
I did have one thing.
Well, I mean, dear, look, I'm just pointing something out. We don't mind you using the facilities, but you'll have to get your own fucking towels, dearie. You see all the red? Don't come out. It just don't. Are we cool?
Understandable.
Oh, good. Oh, by the way, I love your hair. It looks excellent. And he just kind of tosses the linens into a corner, and you can just hear him like clapping. Tea, cookies, turkey legs. Yes, tea, cookies, and turkey legs. Yes, that's what we're in the mood for tonight. You watch him reach into his belt, and you recognize it right away as he pops another lump of spice into his mouth. He's high as a fucking kite, and he is just wandering around in just like a little kind of like terry cloth waist towel. And his tiefling horns are like curled backwards, and his mottled green and blue skin. He's just having the time of his life as he's just kind of like running around being silly. Grumpy old dwarf comes up to the table.
Yeah, here's some meat and cheese. I don't know why he always wants turkey legs and cookies. That just sounds like a long time at the latrine, but feel free to help yourselves to the larder. Don't eat us out of house and home. We do have a donation box. We appreciate any help that you can offer us. Enjoy your evening.
And the dwarf kind of turns and goes back into the kitchens.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
4 of you together, what are you doing before you settle into your long rest?
I'm eating.
Okay.
I'm scanning the room to see if I recognize anyone.
Perception check.
My spies are amongst us.
You all right there, old man?
Yeah.
Should I
What else is new, man? When you're an old man, things just happen. You
That
know,
was such a
shoulders come
curmudgeon
out.
answer. I love it. Ah.
Should I get you one of those, like, massaging pads that they're selling?
Hey, I know
this time of year?
really good therapist.
Yeah, but you told him that he can't get massages before game anymore.
Yeah, because he fell asleep in the fucking chair last
I didn't
time.
fall asleep. I was mellow.
Brother, I know you're mellow. That was like
Whatever. Keep going with your game. Come on, GM.
you were sleeping with your eyes open.
You said there was a clash between the Feywild and nature, right?
It was a clash between the Shadowfell and the Fae.
Say the fell.
So it was the idea of the the Fell and the Fae. It was the idea of the unnatural clashing with the natural.
Okay.
Is what he summarized for you.
So I had rolled a 13.
13. You're not surprised that you don't recognize anyone here. I mean, this is not a normal environment that you'd expect to see anyone. There's actually not a whole lot of importance to understanding what goes on at the Saren Ray. It's a pretty transparent organization that kind of lives out in the open of its own expectations. Your organization has had run-ins with their Templars before and their Seekers and some of the others that kind of prosper underneath their guidance. They're do-gooders. They really are in the traditional sense.
Suckers.
So, depending on your point of view.
Well, I did send out runners to look for information.
So far, no one's come back, as far as you can tell.
I'm going to share with Scarlet that and Meryl that we did not find with the tracking location potion thing that she bought. We didn't find Jerry.
Do we you? Are you going to tell me about a certain person joining us?
Awesome. Super paranoid.
Well, yeah, we didn't. No, I thought you
No,
were
you,
at
you,
the. You were
saw,
at the.
you saw him for a second. You
No.
saw him.
No, I was in the middle
No,
of.
you asked when you came back into the tavern.
She's super
before.
careful.
Oh,
Yeah, you saw him grab someone's hand and
You were
He
like, "Who's
disappeared.
this?"
Yeah.
And then you took off again.
No, you mean she's asking about
Sephora.
Sephora.
Yeah, you've met Sephora.
You were at. I thought you were at the tavern with us.
And the
I
Opaque
was
Tavern
kind of in the
briefly.
back.
She
Yeah.
showed up at
Yeah.
the end of the meeting.
The conversation when you guys agreed to, bring her onto the team. You had rolled in.
Yeah.
Watch out, those got peanuts in them.
Yeah,
I
there's
know.
nuts. So hold your breath.
As long as
So
she
it just
doesn't
means
eat
that
them.
She can't touch her.
Hey, Bella, hold your breath for like an hour and they'll be fine. Hey, somebody asked the conch if Bella could hold her breath for an hour.
Can Bella hold her breath for an hour?
No.
I don't like your conch. Your conch is
No, her conch has like yes,
your
no.
See
plastic
the
conch
point.
that's pretending to be a god. I don't like.
No, it's
Did I say
conch.
conch or
See,
cooch?
that was
No,
more
I said
chaotic.
You're good.
Good. That one. Chaotic.
Well, hers never does one words. It's always this really
Yeah,
cool
your conch
dramatic
stinks.
Mine
sentence.
has done both. One
Yeah,
word
but
and
yours did
one.
like 4 snarky one words in a row.
I know,
Your god
yeah.
sucks.
It
Does
gave me a
Jason
good
suck too?
No.
Remember?
See, another no.
No, yes, that's it.
Wait.
You
Same
have to remember
question.
though that some
Wait.
bitch-
Wait. Does Jason suck too?
Absolutely not.
See, nice and pleasant and.
Are you
a
ever going to
sentence
say something besides
structure.
no?
You're gonna keep saying no?
You could not live with your own failure. And where did it bring you? Back to me.
See, it's either curt or this elongated
No, thing that
answer.
you can't hear. All right.
Do you just miss him? Is that what you do? Is that what you miss?
Not worth the effort.
That's the 4th time I've heard someone say that to me.
I'm sorry.
Close. I don't think I've ever said that to you yet. I don't know why you're saying that.
I don't think I said that to you.
So the 4 of you are at the kitchen, eating. Anything you want to do? Talk about?
I was telling them about not
Yeah.
being able to find Jerry.
You can actually role play that out.
So yeah,
So which way do we want to head out tomorrow?
Was it tomorrow that we want to head out? I thought we had somewhere that we had to be. Hold on. I'm looking through my notes. It was almost a month ago.
Well, I know we're supposed to go up north and help with the Pike stuff.
Yeah, but we have a
We were tasked with
message
another
concern-
task.
Up north
Yeah.
as well. I just don't.
Did I put that in quests?
She
I have a
builds all of her
quest book.
notes like, wow.
That's good.
She draws a little picture of an NPC with a question mark over its
I
head.
have quests 1, 2, 3.
That's actually a good idea.
That was-
Oh, fuck. That is
Venn
not a good
diagram.
idea. That's a
You're gonna add
terrible
that.
The
idea.
Venn diagram of
Right.
everything.
Yeah,
Right.
for Visio.
I've written down all the groups we've come across.
It's like you're
I
going
know,
to come into her office one of these
And then
days.
rewrite them every
She's gonna
time.
have those,
With
like-
red yarn.
Yeah.
And like tacks and
I
red
found
yarn.
Jerry. I know where Jerry is.
Clippings from real newspapers.
Meanwhile, she walks into the studio and my notes are up. She's like, oh, fuck. I didn't find Jerry.
Jerry's in a petri dish with his meat flaps pinned back.
Why did you
And
go
like
with the
they're
psycho?
sticking something in him, and like one of his legs is like,
Why did you go with the psycho?
Meanwhile, they're culture dishing your replacement
Yeah.
over in another petri
Yeah.
dish.
he's like an embryo.
Jerry could have run.
I do have to look at the rolled parchment wrapped with a ribbon and a key around it.
Yep. There's
So
that too.
I'm gonna pull that out.
Set it on the table.
I said
Let
I'll
me
take the
whip this
key
out.
and I don't open it with the key, right? I open the parchment.
Okay, you open the parchment.
Hold on.
What hand do
write
you
this
open
down.
it with?
Is it trap? I check it for traps.
How far away are everybody from where she's doing this?
We're all at the same table.
I hate you so much.
I love that when you're a DM and you say that, everybody's like, "No, I was on the other. I was getting coffee all the way on the other side of the room."
Speaking of which, I think you have a. Did you get your coffee, babe?
Yes.
Okay, good.
What hand did you pick up your coffee with? Did you drink any? Roll save.
Now, did you drink with your bottom lip or your upper lip?
Did you blow on it first?
I blow everything.
Roll
So,
poison
as
save.
the four of you are sitting at the table and you watch Jade pull out this parchment with the key, she undoes the ribbon. The ribbon's actually tied to the base of the key, so it's maybe about 8 inches long. It's made of brass, so it's
It's made of grass.
brass.
Oh, the key, not the ribbon.
So it's
I
8
usually
inches
the
long and
ribbon-
there's a ribbon tied around the base?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
The key is 8 inches long.
Yes.
thank God.
I thought you were talking about the ribbon.
No, the ribbon's tied around the base of
Of
the key
the
that's
key.
8 inches long.
8-inch long.
It's a
He
black
said it,
ribbon
folks.
with a looks like it. Never mind.
What's the
There's a
key
big
shaped
ass
like?
door.
The three of you watch
Something hard?
as Jade like rolls open the parchment, and it's roughly, it's a map size when she rolls it open, and it's of a neighborhood. It's like a neighborhood map. It seems to describe a area. Let me pull up my notes because notes help. Notes help. Where are my Vasselheim
So
notes?
on the north side of the map is Fantasyland. On the south side is
No, I'm
Tomorrowland.
sure it's our house in Vasselheim.
It is.
See, but Tomorrowland is also like set several years in the past.
This
And the
is
south
set
is Adventureland.
a small kind of rundown neighborhood set in the Crucible.
We fall asleep on the train.
I'm sorry, the Braving Grounds.
In the Braving Ground?
Yes.
Okay.
And the Braving Grounds are probably located about 30-minute walk from where you currently are. And it describes the name of the house. It's called the Stone Keep. It is a 3-story structure. It has at least a dozen rooms, and it sits on its own little private half-acre bit of land that it sits on. And it's got other clusters of interesting housing structures near it. And then folded up neatly is a small parchment that was inside the map as well. And you kind of unfold it, and it's a note from Pike. In anticipation of what you may accomplish for us, I've always found it handy to have a place to operate, a place of hope.
Me and some friends once used this house a long time ago. Glad to let you use it now. Keep it. Be mindful. You'll notice strange writings on some of the room walls. He's never been able to spell well. Don't worry about it. Just leave it alone. Better to leave it alone. Good luck. Pike Trickfoot. Keeper of the watch. Keeper of the promise. And of the high seat. And the high dawn marshal of the ceremony. So you guys now have a house if you choose to spend any time there.
Yeah, we'll go check it out in the morning.
All right.
I awaken all of the bushes.
So this was
It's not a place for us to sleep overnight.
We're
might be more
here.
comfortable.
We're already here. It's late.
Yeah,
These
I mean,
double
it could be
shower
unfurnished.
It's late. There might not even be beds.
So far as you slink through the seedy areas.
Tits out. Don't forget tits out.
It's you guys so much. They're actually, I mean, the quad roads aren't exactly, I mean, quad roads are very working class. I mean, they've got brothels, they've got everything here is like organized. So even though they do technically have like a brothel district where entertainment can be had, it's sanctioned, it's allowed, it's taxed, it's, you know, treated with a certain amount of dignity and respect depending on who you work for, whether you're working for a high class, you know, owner of a brothel or a working class owner of a brothel. Not really allowed out in public. So there are very kind of like, there's rules about what you can or can't do.
Okay.
And we'll say you're wandering one of the districts of the quad roads, known as the Heart's Take.
Okay.
It's a small little neighborhood. It's made up of maybe about 6 brothels and maybe about 4 taverns, not inns, like traditional drinking establishments.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a perception as you look around to see if any of these offer up some insights to you.
Do not grab them.
Cookie.
What am I rolling for?
Hit Smartos.
Which one?
What am I rolling?
Perception.
Perception. 14.
The one that catches your eye is called the Lady's Eve.
Okay.
The Lady's Eve looks to be about a 3-story structure. You can see crowds of men and women coming and going. But what catches your eye with them is that they're noble class. They look like they're upper tier.
Mm-hmm.
The music coming out of the Lady's Eve is kind of appealing. You could hear people talking and laughing and drinking. You could kind of hear the nighttime brothel noises that are kind of like emanating from the upper tiers.
Okay.
You watch as some of the quad roads watch come walking right by you, stare at you, you know, kind of keep going. Small patrol of watch of Crown's Watch. There's people coming and going, staggering in and out. Some are dressed well, some aren't.
I'll go in.
As you head in, the doors swing open and you come in. Everything, like the outside while playing, the inside is to the nines. Like everything is over plush furniture. There's a really nice bar. There's people here that seem like this is where you commingle regardless of your wealth almost.
Mm-hmm.
There's somebody wearing simple leathers, tunic, and like linen pants with wearing worker boots and having a conversation with a guy who seems to be dressed in very noble class type attire. You see little groups of people of various stages of social element having interesting conversations with each other. Every now and then you'll see people come and go from the upstairs access points that will take you up into the upper workings of the Lady's Eve. What really catches your eye is the stage. And on the stage right now, you can see that there are kind of almost slow dancing of individuals. There's harps and
very kind of like refined musicians like playing in the background. This very harsh, like very chiseled looking woman with, well, you're not really sure if she is a woman. There's something very kind of neutral about her appearance.
Okay.
You know, long white hair, but very piercing blue eyes and a very kind of like pronounced chiseled face.
Kind of like the DM. Knew you'd be in this adventure.
I am not.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I am not the Witcher.
Okay.
She walks over. Is there something we can help you with, dear? Do you provide or do you require?
Provide or require?
Yes, are you looking for work or are you looking for fun? You have that vibe, dear.
So, I'm seeking some knowledge.
Okay, well, normally the academies are the places you may seek this, libraries and such. What kind of knowledge are you seeking?
Emotional knowledge.
Emotional knowledge.
Like how
Well-
people interact with each other.
Well, there's the physical and then there's the mental, dear. Which one are you looking to accomplish?
Well, how you lure someone in to, closer to you and engage them in a conversation and what you say and how you
Oh,
act.
yes, dear, we call that alcohol.
Besides that,
Oh. Well, we often refer to our wiles, perhaps. Is that what you're thinking?
wiles.
Our creativity, our panache for catching one's eye, whether it be woman or man. They're all fun to play with.
Oh, so your victim. I mean,
What, dear?
victim.
What?
So your customer would you would entice your customer to be with you.
The letter C, not the letter V. Yes.
Yes. That's what I want to know. Here's 25 gold pieces.
Oh. Okay. Helen, Zan, would you mind showing this young lady some fun tonight? Educate her, if you would. The two come walking over and they put their arms through your arms and you spend the entire evening learning the seedy underbelly that is the brothel nightlife. And that's how you're going to spend your long rest.
Perfect.
Right. What are you four nut jobs doing? Handing me an Oreo fucking cookie. Because that's not real food. I can eat fake food. There's no food in this, so it's good to eat. Oh, well, thank you. I got two now. No, serious. Have you ever read the ingredients of an Oreo?
Yeah, it's completely vegan.
Well, yeah, because there's no food in it.
Like what?
It's all chemical.
You could leave this in your pocket with a McDonald's burger,
And they'd
they'd both be the same in a year.
And a Twinkie?
And a well, no, Twinkie will still be good.
Twinkie would go stale.
No, it'll still be good.
If it's still wrapped properly and the seal hasn't been broken, it should be fine.
I'll show you proper wrapping.
They're good.
So we're gonna talk about the out of character. The building that we got was before Scarlet and Morrow joined us. They didn't sign up for Pike's Watch, or they signed up for Pike's Watch too?
No, you met them. At the-
So we met them with.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, cool.
And they got a personal mission to save their charge now because he was paying.
Her
for them.
first inclination is to cut them out.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's not.
And so they have
Fucking Jay.
no access
Those
pass.
damn tabaxi.
Instead of full access, you have a no access pass to the home.
Those damn tabaxi.
Please knock before entering.
Hey,
Coffee
cats are
after
very
Oreo,
territorial.
It's messed
not as
up.
sweet.
Make yourself at home in the doghouse.
Right, right.
Cats are very, very territorial.
You can stay here, but you have to
There
pay.
are no
Stable.
There's plenty.
You can stay here, but you have to be the maid and the butler. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
He's the maid and she's the butler.
Yeah.
What am I going to be? The scullery maid.
Definitely.
Oh, Governor, do you want me to lick your boots?
Or a really short skirt too.
Okay.
So,
She's down
no,
with
no,
that.
no. I wasn't sure. Because I wasn't sure if they knew about the the house. So I was going through the house and stuff, the note from Pike and everything with these 3 because they're not here.
You're so funny.
I'm having an existential crisis here.
She's gonna
so
summon a
not used to
lawyer.
playing in studio anymore. She's so used to being remote. We spent 2 years being remote. She's lost all
She's
that
lost
skill.
She's lost your skills. That's right.
Can you guys go stand behind a monitor and then let me speak? Hey, I just saying.
She's like she'd be good on the World Series of Poker, like totally poker face.
To be honest, whenever
No,
I
I
play
have a
remote,
shit
I
poker face.
tend to not look at people's faces because it helps me immerse myself.
Honestly, I need that coffee cup that says I'm not responsible for what my face does. Says
It's true.
for my coffee, and I
Very
haven't
true.
had caffeine in like 10 months.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Longer than that.
No, because prior to him being born, I was drinking a cup of coffee.
Oh, that's true. You're having 55
No, 100
milligrams?
100, no more than 180
No.
milligrams.
Yeah.
Now it's like,
Sounds like a doctor told you that.
no, well, it was Dr. Google.
Well,
You're freaking out. You can
Dr.
have no more
Google.
than 150 milligrams of
No,
caffeine a day.
it was Dr. Google.
It was Dr. Google.
Oh,
Because I Googled how much caffeine I could
Why don't
drink
you-
while
you
pregnant.
believe everything Google says? You're in
No.
trouble.
And you reserved that for chocolate, right?
No, because I'm not that big of a fan of chocolate.
She is 3 days out of the month.
Yes. I like chocolate for 3 or 4 days out of the month. So, yeah, we're gonna go through that. And did I give you guys the money from Glass Barrow?
I have 1 copper.
Not you. You don't count.
you
You're
don't
a
get
freaking
trusted
tree.
with
All you
money.
need some dirt.
Yeah,
Someone to piss on you.
No, I hold her money for her.
she doesn't realize that.
No, Willa doesn't know, but Carolyn knows. That I'm holding her money for her, so she doesn't spend it. I don't think I have given you guys.
Gives all the money to the first person. It's like me.
But so I will
Like a Pokemon
give.
battle.
She has my notes. So are you done with my notes yet?
No. But do you want it back? I
Yeah.
can.
No, but you want it back?
I'll write down the rest of them afterwards.
All right. So it was
Where are we at again?
14% of 26,000.
What's the town called? again?
126,000.
The time we're in?
Mhm.
That's the time.
Oh, that's-
Vaseline. I mean, Vasselheim. So what are you doing? You're divvying up the collection from the coin
Yeah.
strikers?
Divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I believe Marrow had to carry the box in.
Yeah.
It's currently up in the one of the winged apartments that you guys were given for the night. In
Yeah, we didn't
the
leave the
ceremony.
money there. The money's in the pockets of my bag.
Pockets of your bag. How's that possible? You don't have enough pockets.
She has the
We have bags of holding.
Wait a minute.
When did you get that?
Oh
They
no.
bought
yeah,
Mm-mm.
it was the mini pouches of holding.
The belt of
Oh,
holding.
well, yeah, that holds up to
That's
1,000
from the
coins.
last game.
You said 1,500 pounds per pouch. There's 2 pouches.
Yeah, it's 3,000 coins.
Mhm.
What do you think? 14% of 100 or whatever.
It's 17,640. But you said some of it was platinum.
Yeah, that's fair. You guys are free to currency.
5
it up
of them
all
are
you
platinum.
want,
The rest
so-
are copper. Sorry.
Yeah, everything's
Okay.
copper pennies.
We're all just
And
sitting
in
there putting them
Vassal,
in rolls.
and in Othanzia, everything's struck big because no one can read. So every coin is like that big.
Yeah, if you have enough for a beer and you fall in a puddle, you'll drown.
You go to throw a copper at a beggar. You're like, oh!
You're like the guy that pays with like change at the grocery store, and they're like, "Yeah, okay, that'll be a 1 silver," and you're like, "Okay, here's 40 copper."
Oh, you know what? All I got on me is Electrum. Sorry.
Nobody has Electrum.
That's like the Discover card of coins.
Yeah, they have to take like a pencil and mark on it. No, this is a fake. We don't accept platinum or electrum. Yeah, electrum. I forgot all about electrum pieces.
Oh, we
So
have-
you guys are going to finish off the evening divvying that up and then head up for the long rest?
Yeah.
Okay. Bella, anything you want to do? I know you're drying.
Drinking ale from headache after taking that potion that was useless.
Well, not necessarily useless. At least you know Jerry's not in the city.
Right.
Oh, yay.
I mean, that just means we need to figure out where he is.
Yeah, no, I'm still like basically trying to stretch it out, eating some food. Stretch. Shove
fair.
some food in it.
So
make
everybody
it
go ahead and mark
bigger.
off a long rest.
Flushes of
I
Fora.
was working on
What are you
Scry.
doing with
Yep,
your time?
working on the scry. Yep, reading, taking notes, and working on that. Sephora, you wake up the following morning. Pretty good time. Give me it's a good one for this. Give me an intelligence check for starters.
I'm stupid. Come on. Can I do something else?
Well-
I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you.
I mean,
No,
But
I'm
you
good.
got carnal knowledge.
Colonel
Four
knowledge.
unlawful carnal knowledge.
One of them was a colonel.
Not anymore.
Oh, intelligence is too bad. Oh,
Busted down to private.
25.
25?
Not too bad.
Go ahead and give me performance with advantage.
Oh, performance. Let's see how I did.
All right, so
When you like use a taster.
each of you take
No.
2,940.
Oh. What? Performance. Okay.
Well,
I'm good at
yeah,
that.
I mean, you can make it proper. You can make it
Any currency you want.
17.
whatever
17?
currency you want. But
You spent the evening
Bella?
learning
Yeah.
subtlety,
2,940.
learning the art of knowing what you want to accomplish in your mind, but using subtle words and subtle emotions to manipulate those that come and go through your influence.
Okay.
Is what you learn.
Okay.
And you're beginning to understand more how that's beginning to work. Willa, you wake up fully refreshed. You kind of come out of your tree form, and waiting for you in the garden is Tora. She's leaning up against one of the many different offering statues of all the different lesser deities of the Wild Mother. How was your rest, dear?
Informative.
Oakleaf is wholly unique. Not all journeys with him are necessarily truth or false. Sometimes we see and hear what we think we must. And sometimes those things hidden in our mind are revealed to us for whatever purpose we don't know. He has been here a long time. I hope whatever journey he has set you on has value.
I think I understand a little bit clearer on some things,
Good.
and I'm confused a little bit more on others.
Sounds like a good evening spent with a very old oak tree. You hear gruff voice in your head. It's the bitch I want you to kill. Kill her. Kill her. Get her.
No, don't kill her. She's your friend.
You have little good and evil willows on your shoulder.
Two little good and evil willows talking to you. One's kind of like
One's actually less evil, and the other one's a little bit less good. It's
right. If you kill her, do it nicely.
So true.
One quick thrust.
With kindness. This is kindness.
Yes, this is my dagger kindness.
Tora, I would like you to meet my friend Scarlett.
I have guns in my other game. They're called kindness and joy.
Well, it's your journey, your choices.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
I've known you what seems like a very long time.
She looks away from you. Yes, you have known me.
Do I scare you?
Ooh, give me a persuasion check on that one.
Persuade her not to hate.
Probably not. That's a
5.
Yeah.
You don't scare anybody, Willa. But you do challenge the notion of
Salty.
Balance. The world exists in balance.
Can I insight that?
Feel free.
Because that one I get advantage on. Not that it's going to help me with these rolls. Oh, that's a 17. And that's a 10. So 17 plus 3 for
20?
Yeah.
She seems genuine, and she seems to be focusing in on some of the more prescribed proverbs of the Wild Mother and about balance. When you take out balance from something, what's left behind can be so unique that people aren't really sure what to do. They make mistakes. They do what they think is right, only to find out that maybe they have overreached, overthought, and maybe the truth would have been something better to be understood. And when that balance is lost, it's hard to get it back.
I'm going to grow her a flower. Just a simple one. Something that symbolizes understanding. And I'll give it to her.
Thank you. Good luck. We'll be here. We're not going anywhere. If you need a place to rest, come find us. She leans in like she wants to give you that kind of cordial embrace, but she seems very kind of awkward for a moment.
I give her a hug.
And she, thank you.
I've been around a lot of people. They seem to do this.
Splinters. Yes.
I loved a little rabbit. Oh, I killed it.
Hey, George. Hey, George.
I can cover my bark.
I love you and hug you and squish you till you're dead.
That's right.
I can cover my bark with
I
soft
loved a
leaves.
human.
I can make it a nice hug. I don't have to be splinters.
So you guys are awake in the apartment. This the kind of like little winged complex that the Pikes Watchers are allowed to use whenever they're in Vasselheim and need a place to kind of lay their heads down and rest. So you guys have the effects of a long rest. It's early morning. You can hear the sounds of the bells tolling for all the different temples and kind of morning prayers that are offered to all the different organizations that exist throughout the divine that is Vasselheim. It's a fresh morning. What's everybody doing?
I slip out.
Contemplating whether I'm a corrupted being.
I slink back over to meet up with everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, eventually I'll probably make my way because it seems like
Take my way.
I know Jerry's gone, even though I was freaking out in my own brain. I know that was a nugget, so that needs to be taken care of. So I'll make my way back to the party.
Okay. At some point, all of you are together except for Scarlet. Scarlet, give me a stealth check as you head out the door. You didn't want your peanut-covered hand touching her favorite dice.
So wrong.
Understandable.
Take that, you non-allergic mother effer. Don't get the cool dice. Only people that are allergic to penis get the cool dice. I mean,
25.
peanuts.
My dice
25.
are made of congealed peanut oil.
Yeah, you're out of. You just pop open a window, climb down the gutter rail, down the lattice work. You land in the garden space and bolt right out into the busy streets.
I like her.
Where are you heading off to?
Back to the baubles and glass.
Oh, okay. What are you doing over there?
I'm gonna go do some reconnaissance and see if anyone has found some more information on a certain Jerry, because he is my job
To a certain degree, yeah.
That
I mean, it's more of a late night place.
Jerry, or is Jerry dead?
No.
See? Very uninspiring
Yeah, you
guy.
got ripped off.
Are you sure?
No.
You got ripped, girl. You got
You
ripped.
literally got someone to record the word no with the
No.
occasional 25-word sentence.
Can you say something more than no?
Do nothing.
No.
Genius.
I can't do nothing. I have to find my friend.
I am legally obligated to say no.
Oh, that's what happened.
See,
The lawyers got to this conch.
right? And she thought I was crazy when I told her the one day I was like messing around with that thing, and all it ever said was no, no,
Are you a lawyer?
What was that? Sure, whatever.
Submit that to
Your
me,
God
Ryan.
doesn't even want to have a conversation with you.
No. Do you hate me?
The inner machinations of this conch are an enigma.
You got
related?
ripped.
I'm like,
Did she get ripped off by buying you?
Yes.
Oh, great! Oh my God, that was great! That was yes.
Gotcha.
Oh my God, that was. An inanimate object was making fun of her as well.
did we just find your long lost sibling?
I'm all out of yeses to give, so it'll have to be a no.
It is the same voice.
Actually, I think they're different. Yeah, they have
I
slightly
think it's
different.
the same voice, but at a different pitch.
Yeah.
Is that your sister?
It's your sister. Are you guys related?
I have deemed it to be so.
Oh, so basically she doesn't recognize her as her half sibling.
Sounds about right.
Do you clearly hate each other?
I could say yes, but the consequences will be dire. So you better not.
Those two have a Wi-Fi. What'd you look up?
Wow.
Oh no. That's so gross. I guess somebody used a bunch of, like, you know, those dollar fingering calendars? They like cooked about like 5 of them, put them in a big
Oh.
I love that one. It just says, "Follow me more for more Thanksgiving shortcuts and recipes." It's
Mac and cheese.
It's so easy to make really good.
Okay,
buy
so
5 of those.
No, you other things.
So Scarlet has slipped away. The rest of you are in the kind of like common space of the.
you guys want to go check out our house?
Do I come back
I
yet?
think that's
You're back with
Oh,
them
I'm back,
too.
okay.
Yeah.
You guys want to go check out our house?
Yes.
Yeah? Are you there? Is she back yet?
We have a
Mhm.
house.
Yeah, everybody's back.
It's got a nice sized yard for you,
Well, I mean, we have a house,
Oh,
but you get to live in it with
or
us.
so I've been told.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Or so I've been told. Or so I speculated when I was looking over at that there coloring map.
Sure.
If you join Pike's Watch too, you know, then yeah. You want to join Pike's Watch too?
What's that?
That's what we all belong to, and we're going out to do some adventures for Pike.
And you get paid.
And you get paid.
What's a pike?
Pike is the Don Marshal,
What's a Don Marshal?
the person that runs this place for the Sarah and Ray.
Or does he work for the leader of this area?
Yes.
Oh,
I thought everybody in
I'll think about it.
Vasselheim knew who Pike was.
You're not from around here, are
She's
you?
not from Hasselhug.
Oh, no.
Are you from North?
Where'd I come from?
Up country.
Oh, okay, cool.
Far north.
Are
What's,
you,
what's the part where it's like a radio?
Oh, Drusar.
Drusar?
You could be
Yeah.
from Marquette. Yeah.
Marquette.
are you from North?
Are you a D-Gen?
South. Marquette.
Is Marquette South?
When she says that, give me a history check. See if you know where Marquette is.
I want to roll with that.
Okay.
'cause don't really quite have a location yet, so.
You reach the
forget
end
to-
of your coffee and it
Yeah.
was
Put Marquette
pretty.
on your map.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a map of just Issylra.
We'll get out
Marquette
another
is
piece
another-
of paper. Get out 17 pieces of paper and then put C on 16 of them And then on the 17th one, put a little dot. Put mark.
Are you making her do a Thomas guide?
Yeah. A74. Look
I've
up A70.
never been able to figure out Thomas guys. My dad
B16.
has a whole bunch of them.
Well, you have to.
Back
You
B16.
Thomas guides are easy. You just gotta have the name Thomas. As long as you're Thomas, you know how to use them.
You can have
I-
English muffins or a guide.
My dad's
You remember the
saving my friends from
Franklin
his
binders,
Danielle, they know
the
how to-
Franklin daytimers? Remember those?
Yeah.
So we want to go look at our
Everybody's like-
house.
Okay. So you guys gather up and head over to the
We pack up all of our stuff too. So
quad road. No,
So-
not the
so
quad roads. You're
the-
heading over to
the braving grounds.
Braving Grounds. Okay. Takes about 20, 30 minutes walking through the crowds to get over there.
Do we see any cool shops along the way that might potentially buy jewelry? I suppose
I mean,
Need a fence.
the quad roads are further beyond the Braving Grounds, and that's kind of the known market
no, that's
area.
okay.
So, okay. So you're
Yep.
heading to your new home. The neighborhood is interesting.
Are
It's
they
a little
robbers?
run down, but there are 4 other structures like in this like kind of 10-acre area of the
Oh, we take our wait, where did we leave the Vardo?
temple. Stabled at the temple.
Do we want to take the Vardo? No, we just walk.
Okay.
But keep an eye out. Make sure no one's following us.
Give me a
Yes.
perception check as
I'm gonna
you
keep an eye out. and
glance
make sure
around.
no one's following us.
Is this the sort of town that wagons move back and forth in? Or is this
Oh yeah, this is a major large city.
Making fun of me.
There are
Thanks.
caravans constantly coming and
Sure,
going,
patting your back
wagons
until-
like between when the sun is up,
Someone's cat.
work is constant.
Okay.
Especially now that we're in winter.
Not 20.
At 20? Nice.
Is there someone I can kill that's following us?
I got a nat 20 as well.
Good lord.
I got 20 and a 17, so I got 22.
Okay. There's no one specifically following you. There are crowds of people that stop and kind of gawk at Willa from time to time.
That we're used to.
There's, it's an interesting group. You got a dwarf, a tree, a tabaxi, an orc, and
Whatever I am.
whatever Sephora is.
A hooker.
You-
Pay me and find out.
There's 20
Well, her boobs are all the way out.
No, they're not.
Not today, it's cold.
line where the
I'm not-
nipples not quite
Yeah.
showing.
Just the halo.
You see the color
Yeah.
tint, but not the nip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the
This
tip.
group is so
Just some
gross,
braille.
I love it.
You're not wearing your nipples.
So the neighborhood is very interesting to say the least.
Okay.
You guys are currently in a very specific neighborhood. Let me pull it up really quick. You'd think I would have all this ready.
2 weeks.
You're in what's called the Sun Ward. The Sun Ward is made up of retired adventurers for the most part. This is where either whatever meager wealth they have left over affords them an opportunity to buy into this neighborhood, or they still have to work. So it's kind of got a bit of a working class vibe to it. You guys are in like a center section of the ward, like you're the hub, and then all the streets that come out kind of make up the greater portion of the neighborhood. There's a lot of unique looking structures. There's definitely some unique looking individuals. Like, there's this very, very obviously hungover, half ogre sitting up on a stoop. Sees Willa walk by.
Wow.
He just kind of settles back into his guttural
You don't see
sleep.
that every day.
And the way it's set up in the hub, there's a house for each of the 1 acre spots. So there's like these 2 and 3 story structures, and then you come up on, she's got the map up, and she's like, "Huh, the Stone Keep, yeah." And it's like a sign. It's just like swinging there. It's like says Stone Keep. The garden is completely overgrown and thorny and kind of got that abandoned look. You can see a gravel path that takes you up to the front of this 2-story structure, but it's very much built like a kind of traditional, like stone, very sturdy. You know, it's got a nice big double gate entrance at the beginning of it. There's a little kind of like guard tower out in front, just to kind of give the illusion of, you know, security maybe. It's got a 10-foot tall garden wall that kind of surrounds it too, but the garden's in front of it. And it looks like the building structure sits on the interior of this garden wall. So it's like, it's kind of got like this kind of cool little, you know, keep like vibe to it, you know, but it's incredibly run down. It looks like no one's lived here for a long time. And then you kind of hear a voice from behind you. Hello. I kind of work here. I was told there'd be new caretakers. Is that all of you?
Yes.
As a caretaker, someone who lives.
Just.
Why did that tree talk? I thought I got rid of all those.
You got rid of talking trees?
No, I
To
didn't.
mow it down.
I did not.
Anyway,
I'm the gardener. I take care of the gardens and
the creaking sound.
I'm just kidding, dear. I honestly thought you were just a tree in the garden that I forgot to prune.
She prunes herself.
Did you get the shivers?
Oh, well, we all prune each other a little. Anyways, can I show you the door?
Yes.
Well, do you have the key in the?
I pull out the key.
Oh.
Yes, I do.
Very well. May I? Thank you. Follow me. And the kind of like thin, kind of just plain looking gentleman just kind of, well, anyways, I've been a caretaker here for a while now. Oh, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. You just kind of get used to talking to yourself all the time.
If you didn't have the key, how did you get in?
Oh, I just climb over the wall. Anyways. Oh, this is much easier. Opens up the door, slides this door open. Well, there you go.
Can I take the key back?
Oh, yeah, I doubt you'll need that, but please feel free. I live over there, and he points over to like this small wooden shack that's slightly leaning to the right. If you need anything, you can find me there. I'm Grumbles.
Grumbles.
That's the name that motherfucker gave me. Yes.
What motherfucker?
Big, tall Goliath gentleman. I insisted that was my name. Just kind of stuck ever since.
What would
How
you
long have
rather
you been
be
the
called?
caretaker?
Here? Oh, 25, 30 years maybe. I was a very young child at the time.
You say you keep the gardens?
I try. I really do.
They
But
look like shit.
Now,
Would-
how do we
Is that right? The
Make it
gardens look
better.
shit.
To
I'll make what better?
the keep?
I don't know. Spend money on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I don't do well with money. I prefer my little isolated existence. My hut, I make sure things don't burn to the ground, and
What
I
exactly
shoo
is
children
he?
away. What?
What exactly is he?
What am I?
Is he
No,
hu-
out of character. What
Is he
what is Grumbles?
human? Is he?
Oh, well, I'm human, dear.
Alright, he sounds goblin.
No, I'm just eccentric.
He does kind of sound goblin.
Well, all my
Um,
eccentric people sound like goblins. You're goblinists,
so-
all of you.
So a caretaker that can't help us rebuild.
Mr. Grumbles, how
Yeah.
do we hire people to? Do you know people who can come help fix the place up?
I can certainly try to
Absolutely.
find some.
That would be nice.
Okay. Do you want like a full staff and everything?
No, we don't need a full staff.
Nice.
We just
Oh
need
well, wait till you see things. Anyways, what?
I doubt we're going to spend much time here, so we don't need a full
Oh.
staff to stay.
So you want
We
me to
just-
spend money to liven the place up, and you won't be? I understand. I will
We
take
want
care
it
of
to
that
be
right
a
away.
home when we're home.
You're so weird. I
Yeah,
could
I'm
get
just
to like
imagining
you.
that being a brand.
Yeah.
Flower. It's like
Do you
a
get
dead
paid,
rose.
or do you just live in that shack for?
Oh, I appreciate payment, or I could just live in the shack. I'm happy either way. I like having a place to live.
He'll be fine in the shed. I
I
mean,
think the
shed.
first thing we need to take down is that leaning shack.
We can probably just make sure that it props up and doesn't lean.
We can make it.
We don't
Oh
want
no,
to
it'll be
that
fine.
close.
It'll be fine. Don't worry.
Starts growing flower
Don't
vines
worry.
and keep it
Well,
sturdy.
you should go see the inside. It's quite a lovely place. Quite lovely.
Okay.
I'll just be right here.
I think he's a squatter.
And he kind of walks away over
think
to
he's
the
a squatter,
shack.
too. So
Some old
He's
fuck that
very
just
much
found
a
it.
squatter.
He can't get in. He can't get in the
He's
door, so
making
he
up
just
the whole
yeah,
thing.
the garden. Yeah,
Because
he
how
just
long
goes in and
has-
lives in the garden.
Has that Goliath guy been dead?
Well, been
Right.
missing. He's just making
Right.
shit up as he's
Mhm.
like talking to you guys because
Yeah.
he recognized the key.
Uh-huh.
Once he saw that key, he was like,
I'm screwed.
"Okay, I gotta figure out something."
I gotta find me a new place.
So
to
we don't even have
live.
to. So let's for the. I don't even have to make a roll to figure out that guy's a squatter, right?
Well, I mean, whether he's disingenuous or genuine or not, I mean, you have your suspicions about
I
him.
mean,
That's for
shoes
sure.
off the kids. Okay, cool. You know, make sure the place doesn't burn down. Great. But yeah, climbs over the wall to get in.
I know, right? It's like he's a squatter.
Like, come on.
But if you think about it, we aren't going to be there the whole time. So if we did have someone to keep an eye on the place when we're not there, and he's doing it for free, that's kind of awesome. Out of character. Because
Except
No,
he's
it's
probably
not.
trying to steal you
You crazy little
crying.
fart that can't do anything for us. We
not,
need
if,
some.
not if we make.
So as you guys
not
walk
if we
through the
improve
double
his,
doors of the
quality of life.
garden,
Still keeping an eye on our
Yeah.
resident squatter.
yeah, you walk through the double doors, and the interior garden is just overgrown. I mean, there's lots of like fruit trees, and you get the feeling that this guy probably crawls over, gathers up whatever's growing, eats it. He's just kind of living off the place. It's been empty for a long time, so he's kind of taking advantage of that. But the garden space is very overgrown and run down. The door leading into the main structure is like these two heavy, like wooden iron-bound doors, but it's kind of partially open. And as you guys kind of like approach, a raccoon kind of skitters out into the garden space,
Ivory, get it.
Can I grow some stuff up
What?
to stop it?
and the raccoon's tail's
I
already.
want to
in
go
her
talk
mouth.
to the old guy.
You gotta turn around and go talk to him.
Mhm.
Okay.
With your new skills.
She is so much worse than
Fire.
us.
Fire. No.
Just up
Folks, when I
She's
first started this
so
game, I
much
was very like, make sure it's PC. And she opened her mouth. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, whatever I say, it's nothing compared.
It's so true.
And sometimes she even thinks of the thing. She says the thing I'm thinking to say,
Yeah.
and she says it. Okay.
So you turn around and head back out the main gates to go find him.
Mhm.
The rest of you going inside. You're waiting at the
I
bottles
do
of
not
glass.
go inside. I just plant myself in that garden. I'm gonna make that thing healthier and prettier and cleaner.
Okay, you start cleaning up the garden space
You
with
start
your.
growing your little minions again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
the weeds.
they're gonna help take care of the gardens
Oh
when I'm not
God,
here.
what have I
Oh.
done?
She makes little
So
roots.
you three, Bella, Marrow, and Jade, go into the interior of the structure. The
And
down.
Ivory stays outside eating her raccoon.
Raccoon.
Eyeing the squatter.
The downstairs is rather simple.
Mm.
It's got a double fireplace, right? It's got a fireplace on one end of the common room and the other.
Are you
It
gonna build
feels
a
like
nail
a
fire for him?
it feels like an entry point. Like you come into a foyer, and then you come into this giant common room that has a set of stairs that go up to the right and to the left. It looks like maybe the kitchen and all the serving and all that's done at the back. So probably all the living quarters are up top. It's very simple. It's just really run down and dusty and, overgrown with cobwebs and, watch as a dinner plate sized spider goes skittering out of a window as soon as you come in.
Fuck that. I quit.
You're not in there.
I know. I'm just.
Fuck that, I'm gone.
We
I don't
tame the spider, breed them, and use them as guards.
There's I only like
Cast
one spider in all of
Permanent
our
and
D&D
large
games.
spells on them.
If they're the size of dinner plates, they're
Don't worry,
already good
chocolates.
guards.
Shannon spider.
They could turn into the servants. They bring you stuff.
Come to my
They just come in
parlor,
with a
says the
plate on top of
spider.
them
Yeah.
with cheese and meat. Oh, thanks.
And you go to pull off
Here's
the
a
meat. And there's a
cockroach. Web on
string
it.
of web. Oh, this is great. It's like chewing taffy.
Do you guys got water?
No,
Roll for who
it's
gets
just
what
water in a the water jug.
No.
Are you thirsty? You can have some.
No.
We have filtered
No.
water in a cooler. Yeah.
A water
Let's go.
cooler back there that
Turn
you
it.
can fill with a cup.
Good. Go ahead.
Fill a cup with.
You have all those cool new cups.
I'll get
too.
it. I'll get it in a minute.
You rinse it off?
When there's a lull.
So anything else you guys want to do inside the structure?
Just
Okay.
Yeah.
You head up one of the set of stairs up to the top. Give me a perception check as you kind of just take in the structure. Maro, anything you want to do? Of course, you've been wandering around with no sign of Scarlet this entire time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got dirty 20.
Nice. You guys watch as Bella goes up the right side stairwell.
Toddler
she
style.
fall through it?
Yeah.
Run for it.
And, you kind of very Gimli style. It's got good bones. You could tell that the structure is good. It's an older building. Probably been here for a few hundred years. But once you get up to the top, you realize that there's a short hallway to your right. There's a landing, and then another hallway off to your left. A long hallway ahead, another long hallway off to the landing, off to its left. Well, you get the feeling that there are probably 6 rooms on the right, 6 rooms on the left, and then you have that main landing, like kind of in the middle. The rooms all appear to be kind of like you push open a door and like dust falls to the ground, and you look in, and they're all pretty kind of equal size. The landing itself looks like it's probably the largest space up here. You can see old rotted remnants of furniture. So maybe this was kind of like a sitting room or something that was being used for like a study or something. It's nice. It's a nice space. It just needs a lot of work.
You said there were 3 stories?
Yeah, there's a third
We need
story,
servants,
but
man.
so far you do not see a second floor stairwell.
Someone needs to shoo the spiders away and sweep and shit.
Working on it.
Take out my hammer.
No, not little
Oh,
weeds running around.
Absolutely.
So Scarlett, you've been lingering in front of the closed up bottles and glass for about a good solid 2 hours of the morning. And then eventually you see this individual kind of across the way, kind of pulls his hood down, sees you. You recognize him as Marcus, and he comes racing across. Hey, so this Jerry guy you're looking for, what is he exactly? Because I'm having some interesting conversations, Scarlett.
Not entirely sure what he is.
But he's a halfling, right?
Yeah.
He's a hairless, like pink or white halfling without any eyebrows. Is that the guy?
That's him.
So, I ran into a friend of mine over in the Arcane Ward. You go over to the Braving Grounds. There's a couple towers over there. Golden Ravens, strike a bell at all to you? Black Ravens, Ravens something.
Indeed.
I saw them. Well, I didn't. Sorry. My buddy saw them about a day and a half ago with a guy that matches that description. They were taking him over to the Vasselheim air stanchion. And they loaded him up on a air vessel, one of the airships. I think they took him to Amman. I think where they went. That's what I can figure out. I've got some loose threads I'm going to take care of because, people shouldn't know we've been asking questions.
Appreciate that.
Take care of that, and then I'll keep digging, see what I can find.
Anything else around town I should be aware of?
Well, your little visit last night with, what's his name? Word on the street that the huntsman's back. What we're hearing.
Hey.
Yeah. Old Scaly Boy there's been putting out the word. Keep an eye out for him. You on his radar? Radar hasn't been invented yet. You on his scry pad?
Scribe pad. Scribe pad
On his
5.
list.
Has he been in my sights? I've seen him.
You
Is he
seen him?
around town?
I haven't seen him. No one really wants to run into that guy. It's
I
bad
don't really
news.
wanna run into him.
Really bad news. If he's here and he's looking for you, I don't know. I won't linger here too long. You got friends?
I appreciate the information. Yeah.
You got friends. Yeah.
I have
Was-
a job.
Oh, really? Guy, think you need me to fence?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh man, I should have given you some.
The quartet still run the underground. Just let me know.
Okay.
Let you know where they are.
No. Where are they located now?
Oh, they meander between the braving grounds and the crossroads. They keep a few warehouses available for trade. People want to peruse the wares that are offered. Can't go wrong with the quartet. Silly lot, but they do good. Hey, listen, I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to be a burden, but I had to grease a lot of bombs last night. It was an expensive night. Got anything for me? Any insights? Any good juicy targets? Anything I should can earn a little coin off of?
Here's something to start you off with.
Yeah, thanks.
He knows too much.
He's my partner.
He knows too much.
She's coated the coin with poison.
Because he always bites it. Sorry.
She walks over, saunters over, picks up
picks
the
up
coin,
the coin.
puts it back in her pocket.
Yeah.
Change you.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Yeah. Keep
meanwhile,
the change,
on
you
the
filthy
coin it
animal.
says EP.
Never take an election piece.
We did a job with the coin strikers.
Oh.
And I have a feeling there's going to be more of that to come.
Coin strikers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard they run into a bit of trouble down in the Highlands there.
Yeah,
Group of their
there's
people
nothing
went
of them
missing.
left.
Still missing.
Yeah.
So we might want to send somebody to
Hey, check
check
out
out
that.
the town. a little.
Yeah. Might be a juicy target. I'll get with Lantham and oh yeah, she's back too. I'll get with Breen. We'll go check that out.
Excellent.
Thanks for the tip. Oh, and thanks for the tip. And he kind of just sneaks off out in the street with just kind of puts his hood up and disappears into the crowd. Where would you like to go next?
I remember the location of where our house is, and I'm
Yeah.
going to head that way.
Give me a survival check. It's a big city.
Did you bring your Thomas guide? Did you bring your
Is this her home
Thomas
city,
guide?
though?
Huh?
Is this her home city, though?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see.
What about Circuit City?
Isn't this her home city?
To a degree.
Stone Keep is
Yeah, better than a 10, so you're good.
36.
36,
Six.
page 4,
There it is.
hieroglyph 12.
So I have to go through 6 pages of city to get to it. Okay.
You like stumble into the rundown neighborhood and you're like, you just kind of got that no juicy targets here. Because you got to recognize the kind of retired suburban style kind of nature of this neighborhood. And you're just like, huh.
The
But you can
leisure
see
world.
coming out of a double gate, you can see Zephora. And she's making a beeline for a rickety old shack. And currently this like elderly gentleman is like sitting in a chair. He's nodding off as she's like approaching him. You can see all the others. Like you can see Willa's turned into her tree form as she's currently making the garden grow. So it's like all the dead detritus of the garden is beginning to kind of like chaff off and
Yeah,
kind
oh,
of,
no, it's-
you
it's
know.
We're
fueling-
growing stuff and
it
she's
becomes
making
fertilizer.
it grow more.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's like there's no topiary discretion. It's just if it's a weed, a big old weed kind of grows. She's just letting everything grow
All
around
the dead
her.
stuff just becomes fertilizer for the next generation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. And you can see Morrow and Bella and Jade kind of inside the main structure, kind of looking at things. Sephora, you walk over to the old man. I just had the weirdest dream, like somebody very creepy. Oh, hello. Hi. Hi. Yeah, hi. How are you doing?
Very well. How about yourself?
I'm doing very good. Is everything okay? Is everybody fine? The living conditions and all.
Oh, you're the keeper, right? The groundskeeper?
Yeah. I am responsible for making sure this place doesn't burn to the ground. That's my job. Yep.
What time is it?
Time is what?
What time of day is it?
It's daytime.
Is it
Nighttime is
evening
nighttime. This is
time?
day.
Is it morning time?
Yes. Can you not do that? It's very intimidating. Are you
What?
try? Can we just be honest with each other?
Go ahead.
Are you going to eat me?
No, yeah. You look very tough and chewy.
Okay.
She has
Not
a-
really.
I like my
answer.
meat creatures
No,
younger.
Ah. He just passes out in the chair.
Does he?
Yeah,
No,
he
come
just-
on.
Oh, I rolled a 2 for his Constitution save. What do you want from me?
You're a tiefling, right?
No,
Oh,
No.
Human?
as far as you know.
Right. As far as, I mean, your appearance.
Yeah, I look human.
You look human.
Yeah.
Okay.
Creepy as fuck.
One thing I'm gonna do with the Gurn though, because all my
I shake 'em.
bipedal kind of counterparts enjoy sitting down in places.
What
I'm going
happened?
to try and
Where am I?
You're
I just
here.
had the whole.
plant
Ah!
seed
I just had.
areas.
Oh, you're still here.
Well, you work there then.
I try to. Yeah, I try
Okay,
to.
well, you owe us right now a whole day's work because you're sleeping on the job right now.
Oh no, it's
Look at me.
it's Cord Day. It's Cord Day. If you believe in Cord, you're off today. You don't work. Oh
Yes, I-
hail Cord!
I don't.
Oh hail Cord!
Well, the trick is I don't believe it.
Oh, we should
So-
try. It might lighten up your disposition.
Well, you need to go over there and grab a
Cord to
hoe
go
or
Mhm.
a shovel or
be
something
very
and start
curious.
working
I'll
if
be
you
just
want.
wanted to
grab onto you.
Yeah,
He said
there's-
grab onto a
it would
hoe.
lighten up
That's
your
right.
position to believe in court.
I
And start working for us. If you don't,
he like turns, goes into the shack,
hmm,
comes out with a shovel and a rake,
okay.
and they're really shitty. Like
Yeah,
they're really bad, and he's so panicked. He just walks over into the inner courtyard to start
Yeah,
working.
go talk to the tree lady. She'll tell you what to do.
As soon as he comes through, the whole courtyard is like a Brillo pad of growth. It's a chia courtyard. It's just growing out and over, and he just drops the shovel and looks at everything. Looks at Willa's like weird face in the tree
Well,
trunk.
you're making it worse.
I am both frightened and intrigued at the same time. How did all of this happen? I'm confused.
Don't be confused. Just know your job. You know what? She's probably got it out here. Okay, so go in and sweep everything and get rid of those spiders.
Yeah, spiders. I don't like
the
them.
size of
They're very
spiders.
large.
I will tell you.
All
when you're-
right. All right. He
I will
picks up
tell
the
you when you're
shovel
done
and immediately
for the
starts
day.
launching himself into the interior.
What he's
And he
gonna make a guy just be
passes
like hammer
Ivory.
trying to get the spiders.
Oh, train
He
them.
passes Ivory eating the raccoon.
Oh, oh my. That's one less thing for me to have for dinner. Anyways, he kind of like comes inside. He's all, have you guys met Henry yet?
Henry?
Henry.
And like Bella's up on the landing.
That wasn't
I-
one of the raccoons, right?
Spiders.
No, as Bella's like looking over the ledge, Henry, you look up to see a ghost standing next to her.
Oh God.
And the ghost like turns, or the haunt. Technically, he's a haunt. He turns to, that's me. I'm Henry.
What am I seeing?
You're
Yeah,
just
what are
seeing
we
like
seeing?
this translucent humanoid figure wearing tattered clothing, but he's got like a perfectly like preserved face, and you can tell that he must have been like killed a certain way. His whole like neck is like,
Funky looking.
well, no, it's
So,
just
like,
it's
Slash?
every time he talks,
Flaps.
like flaps, like skin flaps out away from his neck. Yeah, I'm Henry.
Not wearing a cravat.
We're
Yeah.
hunted.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah. All right.
Trying to think about
Hey,
blessings about places.
hey, Grumbles. These are new owners? Yes, Henry, they are indeed. I really don't like looking at him. It's very creepy. But when you're lonely, you're very lonely. Anyways, I'm gonna sweep now. I was told by a very scary lady to sleep. So sweep. I mean, he just kind of disappears, and in between him screaming as spiders are chasing him, or raccoons or possums are chasing him, he's gonna put in his best effort. He's gonna do what he can.
Do you want Ivory to help you with the critters?
No, I've got this.
I don't know if I can stop Ivory
Oh.
from helping you with the critters.
Wow, you're making him do work. That's really cool. Yeah.
Is
That's
he
your-
supposed to be the caretaker?
What's
He
he
told
been?
us he was the caretaker.
What's
Is
he
he
been
not?
doing?
Ah, he's kind of a caretaker. I mean,
Is he
And
a
he kind of
squatter?
floats down past Bella and lands
I'm
into
gonna-
the center
I'm
of
gonna
the
ask
of the
Henry.
structure.
I'm asking Henry. Is he a squatter?
I mean, he's pretty harmless.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I put him to work.
I want to try to use
I'll squeeze as
animal
much life out of him as I can.
spiders.
He is old and bony.
Okay.
Certainly try. Are you
He'll put
trying
a
to
good
talk to the
14-hour
spiders?
day
Trying
in.
to talk to spiders.
Okay.
I mean, if they're large enough to have
People-
a mouth, maybe.
People think I'm weird. I'm haunted. You're not inside, so you
No,
don't get to
I'm
ask
asking.
questions. Uh-oh.
Carolyn's
No,
asking.
yeah, it's just
Is
like
this a caroling? Is this a CQ moment?
this is a Willa thing.
Meta. It's just a meta thing.
No, okay. I was saying before, it's like one thing I want her to be able to do in the forest or in the gardens is to actually encourage some of the plants to grow into like seating areas for my bipedal counterparts. because
Oh,
they're, like,
okay.
sitting
Yeah,
down,
your
so
little creatures you've been making.
no, like because like while things are growing, have you ever seen those like
Toadstools.
living seats and tables and stuff? People like encourage the stuff to grow, so it's like it's an actual table.
Grass.
But
Got
it's
you,
still
like
alive.
topiary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a topiary.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to like create like a gazebo like that and some like little.
Like
Well,
an
you
archway
certainly
of
can
trees.
try.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm hip with that.
I want you to do a whole
What'd
garden
you do?
plan.
Okay.
Nice.
Legitimately, I would do that.
I know you would.
So
That's what I
as
said.
Henry is like bringing you guys all up to speed about the structure, and he kind of looks over as Scarlet comes walking. Ah! Ooh, scary. Yeah, so this place was built like about 500 years ago by me. Thank you very much. I fell in love with it, didn't want to leave it, and when my fourth ex-wife, well, she wasn't happy with me, so here I am forever.
You should get rid of the easy way.
Forever. Anyways, at some point you guys watch as Bella is now surrounded by a dozen spiders, and she's sitting applesauce crisscross in front of them all, and she's like naming them. She's having a conversation.
You're
with
going.
them.
You're
And
gonna
then,
Yes. I rolled a nat 20.
so yeah.
Bella.
What? They're my friends. Just hold it out.
So
Army of spiders.
so anyways, yeah.
So do you just stay on the property or can you leave it?
No, I'm anchored to it. Every time I try to leave, I come right back. I mean,
Can you go to like all of the peripherals, like out?
oh
Yard and
yeah.
everything?
I can tell you exactly where your border is, down to the absolute
that's-
last grain of sand and
That's
dirt.
good to know. That's good to know. Okay.
It is. It's actually a very
where our borders
boring
are.
fact.
Where our borders? It's good to know where our borders are.
Maybe there's some secrets about the house he knows.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
yeah.
no,
You know what?
tell
You
us
bring
that.
up a good point, scary lady, and that's coming from a haunted. I'm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You really need to stop looking at me. It's very
She did a
disconcerting.
good job.
Oh,
on
wow,
you,
you're
man.
scared. He rolls
Anyways,
the-
yeah. So you
rolls
notice
the
how there's a
fucking
third floor, right, on the
Yeah.
outside.
Mhm.
I think it's if I recall the way I built it, the 6th room on the far left. There is a secret stair chamber that leads you up there, and that's where I do all my lab work and my engineering back in my day, before my fourth ex-wife decided to catch me. Anyways, it's all good. It's all in the past. We move forward, and we're in purgatory for the rest of our life.
You have
not even
Italians
life,
with the
yeah.
maid.
Isn't it
Well,
weird
no,
that there's a
it's not
haunted
exactly a
back door in the
dalliance.
city?
I mean,
Definitely help him get
I mean, not in that way. You might. No, it was something totally. Anyways, it's.
Can I
Look.
tell how he died?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
Give me a
throat
medicine
slit?
check. I mean, yeah, give me a medicine check as you look at him.
Just want to know. So I
Any
can make
other
more fun
ghosts
of
that
it.
we should be aware of?
Any other ghosts?
9,
Don't think so. I haven't seen any.
not
I don't
really
know if
good.
ghosts can see other ghosts. Can we? You know? I mean, technically, I'm not a ghost. Technically, I'm a haunt. I think that's different because I can't really,
I only
take
got a
over your
9.
body.
Can you touch things?
His hand like goes through the wall. Not really. I'm not really a poltergeist either. Like I can't. I think the last people were here said that I was here for the purposes of boring them to death.
So he's good for nothing.
Can anybody hear you or only the owners?
Oh no, yeah. If you're on the property, I mean that's how I kept a lot of people away.
Grumbles.
Old Grumbles. Yeah, I mean he would. We used to play some horrible tricks on people, but it was a lot of fun. We were bored. Scaring people's always fun, especially during the harvest season.
Good.
Everybody-
Continue keeping people away from our
You
property.
bet. You got it.
Fabulous.
Yeah, you got it. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why is there a tree out front with a face growing in the yard?
She's one of our group.
Oh, so it's like a real creature thing. Like it's a person.
It's sentient.
It's a person.
Mhm.
Wow.
Kind of.
Meanwhile, there's 12 spiders now going in different directions with little pieces of cheese on their back and coming back, and then she's training them. She's got them going.
Are they eating the cheese, or are you sending them out to
find
goat
Gucci
cheese?
by cheeseburger.
Well, anyways, you need Henry. You need good old Henry for anything. Just let me know. I'll. And he's just kind of slowly drifting through the floor.
We
It's
want
like,
to fix
this
the
is really
place
cool,
up.
like-
Do you know anyone who could help us
Help you what?
fix the place up?
I mean, everyone I knew was from 500 years ago. I
Yeah.
doubt they're still alive.
Okay.
Oh, can I get the
Why don't
servants?
the spiders know any,
Well,
like,
I was thinking
secret
about
rooms
going
or
to the
anything?
Saren Ray and having them help us.
You
find
want to talk
something
to the
good.
spiders and see if they know of any secret
At
rooms?
church?
Yes, that's true.
One of the spiders kind of crawls up into your lap,
Actually, a
and
guild.
the little mandibles are
I'll buy some
clacking.
in the-
Blah, blah. So here's the thing about
Well,
this
whatever
place:
you do.
Quick,
We're-
no.
I'm just gonna go to the Saren Ray and have them recommend.
legs and guts. The other spiders take off.
I like the spiders, but then it talks.
So
That's
she squished it.
You did not squish
Squish
it.
it
No,
because
he
we're
did.
not-
No, no. I
I
didn't
crawled into her lap and started talking to her. She went squish, and then the other one
It's still
took off.
slightly twitching, like why?
A boulder comes rolling down and it crushes all of them.
A boulder
You were my
falls,
friend.
everybody dies.
And on top of the walls, there's just boulders that we can just push off and crush people. We don't even have to fight them.
I'm gonna send a message to the Saren Ray Temple, asking them for help finding staff to fix the place up.
Who's this?
No, a written message. I'm gonna
Oh,
find
that's
a
good because they're like,
No,
Who the hell are
no.
you?
whoa.
No.
Servants? What are you talking about?
I'm gonna find someone outside.
Okay.
Because
What
I
do you
only
think,
have
handy
message.
maids?
I don't have sending.
Yeah, I mean, eventually a very sweaty, dusty, kind of got bites on his arms and bites on his fingers. And you need a message sent somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
yeah.
wait.
Can you take this to the Saren Ray Temple?
Oh, sure.
Anyone
It's only on the
offer?
other side of the city. Sure,
It's
no
only a
problem.
30-minute walk.
Well, I'm.
So you have an hour
old.
to get back.
Is that Grumbles?
It's Grumbles.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, is there a person I should give it to?
I know who they would give it to, and I'm going to tell him. Who they would give it to.
So she does not have to look at her
Her
notes.
notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Give it to Give it to Chim Richards.
And he goes, right away, I'll get this off, and kind of disappears out the door.
You have
down
an
the
hour
path.
and 10
Makes
minutes.
a very wide berth around Willa,
And then an even
and then
wider-
another wide berth around Ivory. This used to be such a good, quiet place. Now it's filled with maniacs. He just kind of disappears down the street.
Okay.
So you guys are all together. Willa's in the yard.
Try again with this up. Hopefully the spider doesn't talk. Because I'm all like, I didn't even know spiders could talk.
I'm going through the kitchens, the rooms, seeing if there's anything salvageable.
Okay. No,
No. Okay, then.
Give me an investigation check.
I like to think that like her whole squishing the spider thing was like a moment of.
Yeah, it was just like a shock of reaction. Like, ah!
But then she wakes up and she didn't actually do it.
Oh no, she did it.
Oh no! You squished the spider.
And the cheese? Or did you eat the cheese first?
I think I ate cheese first.
Oh.
What'd you get?
19.
19? I mean, in general, everything's kind of intact as a structure. You're finding remnants of like, furniture and rusted out old pots and, things that you would need to replace to get things up and running again. Other than that, it's just, he's even managed to, it's like in the kitchen, he cleaned a spot. So like there's this clean spot surrounded by the rest of the filth of the room for the most part.
Just shaking my head at Grumbles. And
Don't worry.
I'm looking
I'll
for
whip him into shape. Literally.
I'm looking for secret hidey holes compartment,
He's
Yeah,
got
that's
off
fair.
easy for
I'm gonna
however long.
try
he's been here.
again. This time we're like, do not talk, just nod.
You want the spider to nod,
Nod.
not having a head.
But not the dead one.
Maybe with his little two feelers.
Evidently spiders have heads.
Spiders don't have heads.
They have a thorax and a
Yeah, with
whatever,
No.
and a bubble ass.
Not really a
I
head.
think that's what they call it. Scientifically, I think it's called a bubble ass. But
But I'm
You
like,
watch-
how did this
You
spider
watch as the
speak?
spiders come back and they make a wide berth around this flat spider on the ground, and one of them kind of tentatively approaches you.
And it
Full
says-
mandibles are kind of like clacking.
And it says,
Yes.
God sucks.
crotch sucks.
well,
Do the good conch.
What's the bad conch got to say?
Finger the conch.
Finger the holy conch.
No.
They've connected via the
Look,
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, they've
They're
connected. And now
conspiracies.
one says
They're-
yes and one
they're-
says no.
No.
Oh my
right,
god, that's
so-
hysterical.
so she's doing her spiders.
Yeah, but I'm
Well, she's kind of like communing with them, and the spiders are kind of like giving her another chance. And
trying not to
Meanwhile,
forget this time.
two of the other spiders are slowly eating on the corpse of the spider.
That was
As one does.
Jonathan tastes delicious.
Oh, hey, Chaz, how are you?
Hey, Jess.
We're gonna
So-
go.
Chad.
We're gonna go. I'm
What's up,
gonna
buddy?
go look for a stable to put the animals
Come
in.
play with us.
Okay, you kind of head back out the front. You can see Willa. She's gradually bringing this whole kind of nightmare garden back to existence, but she's now experimenting with them forming things. And it's like a chair that's leaning. There's a really beautiful gazebo with a collapsed in roof. She's just practicing like topiary kind of like setup, and
I didn't roll.
no, she's just practicing. Just right. There's no room at the table yet. There was.
It
Yeah.
was. We filled it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So
Getting back with us so soon.
So as you head out the front and you go out to the back, there's a whole stablery. This whole place sits on 1.5 acre, right?
Miss
So
you,
it's a
buddy.
mix of outside land and internal garden lands. It's just that kind of typical, kind of like medieval kind of 1 acre, 1.5 acre setup. And there's a nice stablery out there. It's in a little rundown shape. There's a skeleton of a horse like leaning up on the inside of the stall,
I definitely want to use that as a framework.
Chess goes, miss you too, Ivar.
Oh,
I want to use that horse skeleton as a framework for some of my
Topiaries.
landscaping.
You approach the stable and there's already little roots starting to grow up through its eyes, and there's like 2 flowers
Yes,
in its skull.
yes, absolutely.
why does it remind me of our last game where we left the 2 ponies in the dungeon? Remember that?
Yep.
yeah.
We just left them, guys. We went out the other side,
And we
left
left
them,
them tied up. Too.
left them tied up to starve to death.
To starve to death.
Inside a
Because we didn't
dungeon.
want- because we
Oh,
didn't-
that was great. You
Because
guys
if
were
they'd
gone
ran
for
out-
weeks.
Oh no,
too.
weeks and weeks.
if
You
they'd
came
have
out
ran
the
out,
other
they
side
would've
of the
told
volcano, and then you met the
you guys
pollywogs.
Right. Like we were like, hey, the ponies. Oh shit.
That's when Max turned into the only thing he knew that was big enough was an undead dinosaur.
There's just one carnivorous pony left. The other one was
And it
eaten.
became orc and demon food.
Yeah.
Probably demon food to be more accurate.
Yeah.
If there's a ghost in the house, is there now ghost spider? No.
I mean,
Please
they're
don't make a
eating the
bunch of those.
carcass. I mean, the sentience
I
only
don't wanna
goes
live in
so
Harry Potter
far.
land.
So you're in the back checking out the stablery, and there's plenty of room to keep things here if you want to keep things.
We need furniture and stuff, right?
And you come around the back side of the structure, you can see that third story structure up on the top. You can see some old kind of like drainage and gutter work coming down the wall. I mean,
I want to go to the third story.
head up and go look for that secret chamber. True to his word, in the corner of the chamber, it's not particularly difficult to find, and because he told you where it was, there's a stone that you just kind of like a keystone twist, and then it kind of opens up to about 2 feet in width. So you kind of gotta squeeze through.
Roll initiative.
Set of stairs leading up. Set of stairs leading up to the next story, and it brings you into an old abandoned lab.
Anything up there?
Investigation. You should look around the lab.
Investigation.
We're gonna be meth dealers.
Unnecessary.
Where do I get ether around
Grumbles
this
is
town?
my street pimp. My street pusher.
My street pimp.
Yeah, my street pusher.
Your street
Grumbles.
pusher.
Yeah. I'll get him animated.
The Vasselheim guard are walking by. 5-0, 5-0.
That's right.
Who needs chemicals?
5?
Go organic.
I mean, other than the metal table and a couple other like metal pieces of laboratory gear, everything is either dust
Is it
or
available?
just
Is Indie posted?
decay and detritus and debris. Doesn't look like anyone's been up. In fact, this looks more abandoned than down below. So it's possible that maybe even the previous owners didn't even know this was up here.
No, that one I got.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
I know how to make them though.
Okay. I'm a Henry.
Yeah. Sorry, I was busy consoling some spiders that were very upset.
Yeah. So, how long has it been since anyone's been up here?
Oh, up here? I don't think anyone's been up here since I used to use the place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, did you tell them about it?
No, I was dead most of the time.
Well, how long have you been back?
Being a
Haunted. Haunt.
Well, I've been here like forever. I just didn't feel inclined to let anyone know about my, this room. It's my room, I'm stuck in purgatory. I can't go anywhere. I feel like I should have my own space.
Do you want anything else up here?
Oh no, it's good. It's good. I know I think about it. If someone wanted to use it, bring a little life back into it, just not the spider. They're already calling her the spider butcher. Can we not let her up here?
I'll make sure the spider butcher.
Yeah, she's kind of scary.
Oh, I had an amazing moment. I thought I could have little spiders on my arms and be like, "Look, I made clothes." No.
I still think it's weird.
It's just the bikini front and like the pasties. Look, I made clothes.
I think they would have
Come on,
shown him the light by now.
You know religious types. Okay.
This is Vasselheim. I'm just surprised there's a light there.
Imagine that.
Yeah,
Let's set his soul free.
it's like haunting the
Think of his
Pope
body.
place.
Oh, I can assure you, there's ghosts at the Vatican.
That's the word.
The Pope place. The look on your face.
Well, I had the name and then it left my brain, so I just went with what I had in my brain left.
Yeah, you hear a squeaky wheel. Yeah, goes to the
And
back.
that wasn't even funny. I could go with that, but the look on her face when you called it the Pope place, and I couldn't tell if it was because of jealousy or genuine
Why would it be jealousy?
because that's an amazing name for a city.
Pope place. That's the Pope place. Hey, where'd you go? The Pope place.
That's where popes are born.
Yeah, you hear a squeaking wheel of a tricycle.
Does the person come back from Grumbles and?
I mean, he's got a ways to go.
Okay.
You guys have a lot of property to search.
The second floor, do they have windows in all the rooms?
They
or-
do.
I'd like to find a room that's got a window looking out over the courtyard and the
Make me a
entrance.
switch.
Okay, that's going to be
Yeah,
the
just-
front
Gotta pick this
left or
phone
front right.
out.
Okay.
They don't have
Yay, baby.
windows. They have openings in the wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna take.
No shutters or.
No, not that you can
Oh,
see.
Okay.
No.
I'd pick one and I'd start kind of cleaning it up and setting up shop.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Give me
take-
investigation while you do that.
I'm gonna take the 6th room on the left with the staircase.
Of course you are, because you are
Okay,
you.
cool.
All right, we'll take
I
the
like
opposite one.
Scarlett, give me a survival check while you're in the back.
Let's see. I got an 18.
18.
And roll for initiative.
You while you're cleaning
18.
up 18 while you're cleaning up, it's weird. Whoever was in here before was a big person. There was someone in here before.
You have grown through.
You can see strange writings on the wall. It's almost as if a toddler with a paintbrush was doing really big letters and trying to spell. There's clearly
Need to whitewash.
frustration punch marks because you're a big guy and you know what it's like to just want to hit something. And there's these huge knuckle marks in the walls, and you're like, huh, big guy was here before. And just, I don't know, feels like it kind of fits for you. And you spend the rest of the afternoon just cleaning it up, looking out in the courtyard, and you're not sure when she decided to do this, but Willa had grown enough plants into the horse skeleton. The horse skeleton is now puppeteering through the yard.
It's being puppeted by.
Yeah, and there's like a very thin line of little biped little plant creatures following it like a Pied Piper. Willa's having a good time. She's in her element.
She's
Nobody's gonna come around here.
She's a little manic
she's expressing her trauma through artistic
endeavor.
yeah.
What's,
the horse Boney Maroney.
You're like, hey, Boney Maroney! And then the haunt, like, oh yeah, that's really funny. You know, I'm gonna like you guys living here. You're pretty cool. You're pretty cool peeps. And he kind of floats through the floor to kind of
rides the horse.
So if anyone was looking in this yard right now, there would be a skeletal horse being puppeteered by plants, and then following it are these little biped flowers, like doing like the lark dance behind it. And then there's a haunt going, all right, this is cool.
He floats
Never a
over
dull
and
moment.
starts riding. Imagining riding.
No, unfortunately, all I could do is just pretend to ride. I just fall right through it. It's, you know, it's the way it is.
Well, the fun of it. It's pretending to be alive. You're pretending to ride it.
Well, I'm just pretending to be dead, so that's fair.
He's actually alive, everyone.
Would you give 18 for your survival check? There is a small kind of like personalized graveyard. Like, you know how as a family ages and, you know, born and dies through generations, and there's maybe a dozen or so small tombstones, you know, and like kind of they're all kind of like leaning, and there's an old tree that's kind of been growing, but it's showing signs of life because it's being affected by Willa's kind of like expansive nature throughout the property.
I'm totally not there, but
There's like an old rusty fence, kind of, you know, wrought iron fence that's kind of leaned in and collapsed in on itself. And there's like a little statue, like a little monument statue in the middle of it.
Egotistical.
Is it Henry?
You kind of walk over there and you start looking, and yeah, nothing that you can see says Henry's name on any of these gravestones. Or in fact, the main monument in the middle is Lilith.
Does he give a timeline?
Lilith, not
I said Lilith.
Lilith.
And I suppose if you were there, I could clear it up
Sorry?
for you.
So meta.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
There's a steady flight of murder crows just waiting to be heard. It just says Lilith. Time period is like maybe 400 or 500 years, post divergence, and it kind of matches.
That's
It kind of
a good one.
matches Henry's timeline, but it's just this big monument dedicated to a woman named Lilith Gray.
Dig her up.
Can I keep Bob Jr.?
You can keep Bob Jr. Yes, absolutely. You can puppet that skull all you want.
Resurrect the spider.
I think too. I was like, can I make like a little grave? I'm like, I'm so sorry, little Bob. Yeah, that was my first thought. I was like drawing Bob, and I'm
Why
like,
don't you
Bob
heal
Jr.
him?
You watch as the zombie spider starts
You
crawling
could
out
have
of the
healed
ground.
him. Why didn't you heal him?
Can I heal the spider?
A dead spider?
I mean, well, did you roll for the spider?
I mean, it only had 1 hit point. So,
Make it a
I mean, all
zombie
you had to do
spider.
was smack it and squish it.
Now make it an undead spider.
So I
Give
call
chocolates.
I call to Henry. I call out to Henry. Who's Lilith?
Oh, he like floats out of the ground near you. Oh, that bitch. Yeah.
One of his ex-wives.
Wouldn't even give me a fucking headstone. You wouldn't want to dig her up for me, would you? That'd be pretty cool. You know, I tell you what. You dig her up
Oh, I'm gonna have fun. at
and
this
let
house.
your tree friend play with it.
Uh-huh.
I'll show you something cool.
Done.
there's like it's like you're digging and eventually you hit the kind of like decayed, like, you know, dry rotted wood top of a coffin, and not much left. There's some very, very crystallized and kind of calciated bones, and there's no tattered remains of whatever she was in. He's floating nearby. Yeah. I can't wait. Well, anyways, you dug her up, give her to your friend. Here, let me show you something real cool. See it? It's really cool.
Let's go see it.
All right. So he takes you out to the front and he guides you between the doors that lead out of the garden. By now, the puppet show has been joined by Lilith's calcified remains that have been intertwined into the back of the horse, but in reverse. And the horse is now galloping through the garden with his ex-wife on the back of the horse. And meanwhile, all the bipedal plant creatures are throwing rocks at it, just pelting it with pebbles. So listen, you know how Grumbles lives in that shack? You're gonna love this. Check this out. Opens the shack, and it's huge inside. It's gigantic. And he says, "Yeah, I can't go in there, but you can go in there. I can't.
I can.
Oh.
He's a magic user.
I can't. It's a plane of existence. My haunt. I'm anchored to this one. I can't go in there."
I want to do a perception check to see if there's a trap.
You can give me investigation. They'll do it even
Now I'm
more
wondering
precise.
if Grumbles did it or if the haunt did it before he died. But I'm doing a puppeteer show, so. Oh, they're definitely going to become part of the
Six?
furniture. Once
I mean, it seems perfectly safe. I mean, there doesn't seem anything weird about it. Doesn't look trapped or anything. Looks great. Looks fine.
Are you gonna show us?
Yeah, I call everybody over going, hey guys, you might want to come check this out.
They freeze in a
a
one of those like Napoleon
Oh.
poses.
I grab one of your little creatures and toss it in. Oh.
You just hear, you just hear this little, this like flower with arms and feet, like disappears inside of it. The haunt's like, "Oh, that was cool. I didn't know I could." The haunt tries to pick one up and throw it in there, but he can't pick it up. He really wants to.
Slap your arm. Don't do that. We're alive.
You guys were using him as target practice during your last
Yeah, but they were going to be. I
Well,
think they were going to
actually,
be
no,
fine.
They go
using them as
full
target
Stay Puft.
practice when she wasn't
And like
paying
now that the one went in, all of them are like, they're jumping in.
Children, don't go into interdimensional spaces without an escort.
I don't like this.
But yeah, you guys are all kind of standing there. The haunt's like, "Oh yeah, you know, I was gonna." It totally slipped. I don't really have a mind, but totally look. It's a failed experiment.
You did it?
No, one of the people that were here before did it.
What were they trying to experiment?
Some spell, something mansion. Don't know magic.
No magic.
I'm gonna look and I'm looking. I'm investigating.
Door's open. It's just a black portal. And hello. There's a loud echo.
And no sign of the creatures.
Put your hand in. Oh,
Is that a
magic is so
stump?
cold. It's like put your hand in. It's cold, but your hand seems fine. Put your head in. It is a very, very large mansion. Huge. It's in relatively good shape. It's weird that you can go in it because these things are supposed to collapse and they're supposed to have limited time, but somehow this has become permanent.
And this is where Grumble is living.
Why is he wearing rags if he lives in a mansion?
Why? I mean, they're his clothes. I mean,
Why draw attention to yourself?
All right.
Well, we're gonna go in. I'm going in on the rest of
you
the
guys watch as Jade walks in and she disappears through into the blackness. You
I'll stick my head back out and say, "Come on in, guys."
guys all
And
gone in?
I'm, well,
I'm gonna wait for Grumbles at
Yeah.
the front,
The skeletons
sitting on his little chair. I'll
are
sit on his
definitely-
chair and wait for him.
The skeletons have become a statue, and I'll go inside.
Okay. So, Willa, you head
I
in.
say, one of you guys.
Maro, you heading
Some of you
in?
guys stay out here and wait for that guy from.
Oh wait.
You'll wait with.
I'll wait.
So Zephora and
Okay.
Scarlet are gonna wait for Grumbles to come back. Maro, you going
I'm
in?
gonna go in.
with
Yeah.
people
Maro
from
goes
the-
in.
People from the.
Yeah, that's fucking cool.
Goes into it. Bella.
I'm still negotiating with the spiders. Trying to like be all like, please forgive me, I did not mean to kill him.
I imagine an one of those number counter thingies.
Abacus.
Abacus. Thank you. Words.
Words.
And you're like calculating like
Health insurance.
Deductibles,
Coming to negotiate. Spider.
accidental death and dismemberment, claws.
Because of
Accidental
your friend that
smush.
died because of
Here's
you
one
did-
copper piece.
Squish the spider.
Here's one copper piece.
Accidentally kill another spider.
So those of you that go into the mansion, it's strange. It's quiet and echoey. There's a sense of permanency about it, but there's no real like feeling of warmth or friendliness about it. It's just like this place that exists that maybe it's just trapped. Like it's just trapped in time or trapped in the attempt of it being brought into existence. It's very strange.
it's like a haunted mansion.
No, it's much better shape than that. Like the furniture's nice.
Like the feel.
Have I been in a
It's like
magic
a movie
mansion
set.
before? Or have I been in the
It looks like a house, but it's cold.
this spell before?
No, but you can give me a Arcana check, see if you can familiarize or if it reminds you of anything.
6.
6. I mean, you're still dabbling in the arcane, so
Dabbler.
I mean,
God, I want.
it doesn't really trigger much thought or memory.
I still want this spell.
There's a
Dabbler.
stairwell that leads up to another floor,
Such a dabbler.
and you can see a veranda and a stairwell that goes up, a veranda, another stairwell that goes up, and a veranda, and then another stairwell that goes up.
Is it top floor?
Infinity.
And then as you look up, it looks like it just goes on.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for. Is there any furniture in here? Or,
Oh yeah, there's furniture everywhere.
I want to find a comfortable chair and then try and put it outside of the mansion.
Scarlet and Sephora,
And
as
the
the two,
furniture
like you're
goes
lingering,
down.
wait. You're both are kind of like chatting and waiting for Grumbles, and
Chair.
out comes the chair.
No, I don't think we're much as chatting as just eyeing each other up. Like, how could we each kill each other if we had to? Right?
How many have you killed? Do you eat your dead or do you let them rot?
Maybe.
Eat your wound.
I play with the wounded and I puppeteer the dead.
No, that's what.
Yeah, you just watch. You two are standing out there just waiting for Grumbles, and then chair comes piling out of the
Oh, that's interesting.
door.
I'm gonna look out
It's very different from
as
the
he does
regular
on the
Legends spell.
see.
It's
'Cause
still
we
there.
can't see out the door, can we? Or can we see out the
You
door?
can't see through the portal.
Okay.
You actually have to break through the plane to be able to see in
So I'm
and
gonna
out.
look to see if the chair flew out.
It's on the ground.
Huh.
Hey.
Yeah.
Get some beds.
Oh. We don't need to get furniture. We can just steal their stuff.
I was gonna say you're just
Steal
gonna
stuff
empty
for
out
yourself.
a.
It's on the
Or
property.
we're just gonna stay
Yeah.
in here.
We're cheap.
Or we're just gonna stay in here.
But it's cold.
What?
I mean, it's not very
Outside, too.
inviting. It is cold outside too.
While we get the
This is
keep
normal.
done, we'll just live in here.
Okay, I gotta see this. I'm gonna step inside.
Yeah, you're like you step inside and you're like, whoa! It's just veranda,
Forever.
stairwell, veranda, stairwell.
Do I
veranda,
like it?
Stairwell.
I'm
goes-
trying to
it's
look
cool
around.
looking. It's
No,
cool
do I
looking.
like it in here? Do I get a good feeling about the place?
Yeah, Zavor,
You
Zavor
get it.
loves it.
You like it because there's no emotion attached to it. It feels like a void.
Hmm.
I'm looking for books and spell books and anything that I can find that would teach me how to make them.
I could stay here.
As you think about that, you guys watch as Jade starts floating,
Jade,
Yeah.
and then
where are you going?
she's gone.
Oops.
You get up to about the 21st level,
Yeah.
No.
and you hover there for a moment, looking way down through your feet.
Jade,
I'm
do
trying
you
to
need me to bind you
tippy
down?
toes.
You're like
You're
like kind of balancing midair, and you're like confused, and you look over, and there's these doors that are open, and it's the largest library you've ever seen in your life. It goes on
Holy shit! I like
and
this place.
on
air swim.
and on and
Air swim.
I'm trying to
Use your tail as a
You're like,
rotor. No.
how do I get? You're like trying
I
to get to the
doggy paddle.
railing, and finally you grab onto the railing and you pull yourself over, and you feel your feet land heavily on the veranda, and you're like, oof. And there's these double doors that lead into this like just ridiculously extravagant library, just thousands of books everywhere you look.
Can you help me find one on the spell for this place?
Jade, do you now need help getting down? I slowly grow vines trying to get up.
I don't even
No
know if I
response.
can hear you.
Nothing happens.
Am I the only one
21
outside
floors?
now?
I don't think
No,
I
I'm
was
still
25
outside.
floors.
No, Zephora went in, but yeah, Scarlet's still outside.
Scarlet,
Yeah, I'm just gonna come back. I'll come back outside.
Okay, come back out.
It's
do I
nice in
find a
there.
book that
You'd
do I
like it.
find- Do I find one that looks like a spell book? Sure.
I mean, do you want to start looking at books?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. You start looking. They're all the same.
They're all the same book.
They're all the exact same book throughout the entire library. After like 5-10 minutes of looking,
What book
they're all
is it?
called Tusk Love.
Of course they are.
Of course, they're Tusk Love. Of course, they're
Tusk love.
I've read that book.
It's like you don't believe it's a. Oh fuck. And then
It's only
Oh,
it's
The
only
fuck.
kite chaser.
it's just
God.
all Tusk Love books. Every single one. The
Every-
same book.
every book that you've read is in this library.
There'd be a lot of books in that library.
This is fair.
Okay. No book, no other books. Great. 5 more minutes trying to find something.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Resembles
just
a spell book.
there's like a pile of books in the middle of the library now, and each one that is open, it's like this blue tiefling and this green, sea paladin orc, just either embraced or in this. It's awful. It's just this awful story about love and
Tusks.
Love is a
pornography.
disgusting
And
thing.
tusks.
Tusks.
It's like the Kama Sutra, except with the tiefling in it.
And a half orc.
Wait a minute, 67 and 68 are the same, except your fingers are crossed. This is a ripoff.
So eventually you come like out of the, you're looking way down and about halfway up at the maximum length she can grow. It's like the tail ends of her root system her vines are trying to get taller, but they can't go any further. And you can just hear Willa, "Are you okay, Jade?"
Yeah, I'm okay.
Ah, no.
All right, I'm gonna start climbing down, looking at.
There's no way to climb
Stairwell. looking
Yeah.
at.
It takes you about 5-10 minutes to go the 21
Yeah, but I'm
flights,
not
but
jumping down.
eventually, yes.
You did, I teach you. I tried to anyway.
Jade's back down. Yeah.
Don't think about books, guys. Don't think about books.
Why would I want to think of the dead of my people? Trapped inside skin leathers.
So, I really want to learn that spell. This
You can ask.
Well, it just feels like maybe somebody was trying to learn it, and they just kind of fucked it up somehow. Either they were trying to improve on it, and this was
Make
kind
it
of like
permanent.
the outcome of something that went kind of all wonky, and
Yeah.
eventually Grumbles comes back into the garden. He's still on his feet after even the shock of the topiary and the skeletal horse with the reverse skeleton on the back of it. And
Napoleon pose.
yeah. And he's just like, he's like,
What the fuck?
he's got like a messenger bag on that's like filled with stuff, and he's looking around, and he sees the two of you in front of his shack, and the shack door is open. He's like, oh. And you can see the furniture, like that one piece of furniture came tumbling out. He's like, damn it. He comes walking over. Hi. Yeah. I was gonna tell you about this. I didn't want to scare you away.
Really?
Yeah.
You were gonna tell us.
You're not there. You're inside.
No, he came back. She came back
she
out.
was just outside
Yeah.
the hedge.
Ah.
What did you find out from those religious people?
Oh yeah, with the Saturday. They got
You guys-
plenty of people they can send your way. Yeah, plenty of people.
Okay, well, get to work.
Yeah. Here, you want to give this to your friend, the kitty cat? Yeah, sure. I'll just set it on the ground here. Sure. What do I do about the whole? You know what? I'm just gonna go back to cleaning inside.
Yeah, get it swept out really well.
Yeah.
Oh, and then when you're done,
Yeah.
you need to bring the furniture from here over to the other house. I want a bed in there.
Oh,
Whoever else wants something.
sure, you don't want to just live in there. You know what? You do you. I'll do whatever you say. Sure. And he just kind of
I like our weird garden.
it just kind of keeps going.
Don't forget you have the switch now.
Oh yeah. Oh, she made me a switch with thorns on it.
That's so inappropriate.
you
Well,
guys
maybe
tell
for
me that
Grumbles.
He came back.
We're talking, 1960s.
we let them know.
Yeah.
We
You know,
holler
rule of
in,
thumb.
we holler in that he's back.
I come out because they tell me.
Well, her head comes through the plane. Yeah, he's back. Otherwise, it's a void. No one can hear you.
I come out.
Okay. Come out, and there's a
Okay,
messenger bag on the ground, and
Oh, okay. Open the messenger bag.
Yeah. it's filled with letters of recommendation from the temple keeper.
Okay.
Places you could go, hire people. There's different offices that'll do the work for you, hiring stations, anything you need, go find.
Cool. I'm gonna go to the where they off words. Shush you. I'm going to go to the places that they recommended.
Okay, you guys watch as Jade puts on the message satchel and
I'll
she
be back, guys.
heads off into the city.
Do you
Take my
want
chair up
company,
to my room.
Sure.
Marrow's got the chair over his head.
Guys, I'm just gonna furnish it with other stuff.
Oh, Marrow, don't do that. We have Grumbles to do that.
I'm gonna go with Jade and critique everything that they've killed.
I'm gonna tell them to,
That is the most. That took us 12 trees to make that armoire,
we can.
and they screamed the whole time.
I can help you feel their pain if you'd like.
For now, I mean, as long as we get it cleaned up, we don't have to furnish it yet. We can just live in the little shack.
The shack. There's an
I don't
RV
like
over the
it
top.
in there.
You don't like it in there? All right. Well. Okay.
It's like I want to keep an eye on her.
All right. I'll be back.
I
I'm
keep
gonna
an eye on her.
They become best friends.
Friends.
They don't realize it as they.
That's
as they're
right.
watching
They're
each
like
other.
they're like that scene in Jaws where they're comparing scars.
I take Ivory and Willa.
See this?
Okay, you and Ivory and Willa head off to go and set up what you can. Okay.
She broke my heart.
Maro, you're up in your room with your chair. Everything's relatively swept and clean. It's like every now and then you can hear grumbles like scream or yelp, just, Jesus, that's huge. And then, oh, this one's been squished. Oh, that's easy. Kind of you hear scraping like something being peeled off the floor. Just he's busy trying his best not to get critiqued by Sephora. So he's doing his thing.
Feed the spider to the gremlins in the garden. They're still there.
Scarlet and Sephora out in the garden. Bella, what are you doing?
I was negotiating with the spiders at that point.
What are you trying to have them do?
I want to know if there's like any secret compartments or like secret rooms within the.
Well, they all kind of hesitate because the last one that tried to tell you, you squished it.
Yeah, you want to.
I'm just gonna be like, this time I will not squish it. Give me forewarning.
One of the spiders comes up, gets in front of you.
You sure? Because you squished my buddy.
Just like shut it down to the ground. I'm like,
Talking
don't
spiders.
It kind of backs up from you a little bit.
Like, nope, promise I
That's
will
as
not
bad as
squish
the frog people. Now we got talking spiders. Yeah.
I mean, if you want me to, I can just go find things for you, bring them back to you.
That sounds like a great idea. Can I come? It's like, I'm so sorry about your friend, but you freaked me the hell out.
That's all right. We have that effect on people.
Clearly, you think the ghost would be the problem, but
Meanwhile,
spiders.
you two are standing there. You don't hear a thing. As she's just having a full-blown hallucinogenic conversation with a spider. Its mandibles are clacking, but you don't hear anything.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't have to hear it.
Well, no, you think she is.
Oh, God,
You just
did I
think she
we're not
is.
there.
I'm not there.
Oh, you guys aren't there, but
Did I just
they
learn
are.
a new language?
Well, speaking with animals
Spider.
isn't really a language. It's just an ability that you have.
You didn't realize
It's
you
cool
could.
as shit, but it's,
I mean, being in caves and caverns, I think there would be bugs everywhere, but now my mind's just gonna be like, just all the bugs talk to me now. Do the worms speak?
she's going to come walking up to you while you're sleeping. I see insects. And then creepily walk away. Meanwhile, she's like wearing a robe of moths.
Now, she has a magic robe where she opens it and a boulder rolls onto you. Robe of boulders. Like, what are you gonna do, little Ray? Oh, this. Indiana Jones
Oh my
sized
god, I
boulder
needed
rolls
this
out.
Monday
It's a robe of
so
boulders.
bad. This has been
You know what?
awesome.
No, I'm gonna have a labyrinth moment where I'm just all like, rocks, friends.
You gotta have like a Toro.
Robe of Indiana Jones boulder. And the boulders just got smashed spiders all over it.
No. Instead of a robe, it could be like one of those guys. You go like this, and you as soon as you pull it away.
No, because it's like
Instead
you're a
of-
flasher. So a
Instead
boulder
of
comes out.
splash spiders, it's got spiders running across.
Does it?
Right?
To not get smooshed.
Run!
Said she wasn't gonna squish any more of us.
I don't know. So it makes it look like the spiders are making it roll.
The little plant guys ride the spider.
They're just trying to take it. They're just trying to keep on top of it so they don't get smashed. That's not till next level.
We don't have to role play me like.
No, it's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
for brevity of a little bit of time dilation.
Right.
We'll say mid-morning, afternoon, eventually turns into early evening. By the time everybody gathers back at the new abode and kind of takes in the energy of the day, we'll say you've successfully hired about 10 people to take care of putting it back in order, getting everything up and running. It'll take some time. And we'll say you spent like 400 gold to get all that done. And that also gives you a house staff of about 6 people that will remain after the fact. And that'll cost you roughly about 15 gold a month to maintain that.
Did they fill the larder?
They're in the process of, they'll be doing that. They'll be bringing in all the new furniture that was ordered, and they'll be addressing the garden situation as well. It's a weird garden.
Weed whacker, magical weed whacker.
Made out of the corpse of the ex-wife.
Spiders just
We
getting
tell
splattered.
them to leave the topiary with the horse and the skeleton alone.
Yeah, it's now become a monument of
Mhm.
disdain
Say,
out
no,
there in the garden.
No, it's the Napoleon.
In the middle of the day, I went and I got the Bardo and brought back supplies for the.
Okay,
various,
the Vardo is parked in the back. We'll say that by early evening, as the sun's finally setting, the first kind of group of arrivals come, and they come with their wagons as well because it is winter. So they're going to live on the grounds while they kind of recover the grounds and work on everything. But they managed to, through Grumble's insistence, a large oaken table has been brought out of the shack with a bunch of chairs and set.
With his insistence.
Well, he's very frightened by you.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
And it's been set up in the common space. Both fireplaces were cleaned enough to. There's a nice roaring fire going on either
Burning
side.
spiders are falling out of it.
Because the kitchens aren't quite ready as the work crews have arrived. They're cooking outside, right? So they're kind of feeding their own families, and food's being brought in for anybody that wants it. And we'll finish this is what, your second or third day in Vasselheim?
Just our second. Our
Yeah, this is
second.
wrapping up your second day in
Yeah.
Vasselheim. And
Last
this
night
is
was
where
our
we'll
first
finish.
night.
And when we come back next week, you'll be figuring out what to do next.
I would
Sitting
like
down
to
to
encourage.
dinner.
I would like to encourage the fruit trees to bloom, even though it's going in. Like it's. I know it's spring.
Well, I mean, technically, it's what did we do? We decided that at the time, the timeline had you
beginning of spring, right?
beginning of spring,
Yeah.
fast approaching summer. I would say, oh no, it was the end of winter, beginning of spring. So yeah, it's kind of like that end of winter, beginning of spring weather. So some fruit trees do okay in that, but some don't. I'd say it's the tail end of the apple and citrus season. That won't happen again until the late fall.
So whatever trees that we have in the garden, I'm going to encourage them to be delicious,
Hmm.
and then I'm going to offer them to the people. And
That's fair.
my stipulation is they have to eat the seeds. You know why?
I make sure that the staff knows that Grumbles lives in the shed.
And
No, he doesn't live in the shed.
Yes, Grumbles lives in the shed.
It's his home.
He's going to live on a pallet.
So
in the basement.
you have taken possession of Pike's gift. That is a milestone.
Oh, yay.
So when we come back next Monday, something to think about. The first half hour of next Monday, we're going to level up. Well, we're going to milestone up and talk about new skills.
So, because I'm a creation of the Clash of the Shadowfell and the Feywild,
You don't know that. You've just been told that.
yes. But does
What's
that
a
mean I
lie?
can start
What's the truth?
exploring dark evil powers?
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
saying that I want to or anything.
Yes, you do.
Hey, I'm not familiar with that look at
Load
all.
of
Not
murderers.
familiar with that look at all.
We're just
So
gonna
yeah,
be
so when
a
we
happy little band of murderers.
As a tree,
so opposite of the Forgotten Realms.
Once
group.
we get to know each other, we're going to be very, very deadly. I can
I
just
have
tell.
a feeling you two are going to become very productive.
Right, right.
Grumbles rent.
Oh, I want to kill him. No, okay, go ahead. I get the next one though.
just cleaned this tunic. Go for it.
Oh my god, that's hysterical.
Grumbles rent for the shed is to pay the 15 gold for the staff.
so he has to pay for the staff to stay on.
Wait
the
a minute.
property.
No, here's Grumble's issue that I have with Grumbles.
Okay.
He has lived in a mansion rent free.
That's why his rent is 15 gold a month. I mean,
Okay.
That's a lot.
So
Yeah, it's hard for someone who's got. No
he has to make it up in work. So he's going to work, I don't know, maybe a 16-hour day. And then
Well, we still get to explore some more of that.
I'll like go and I'll go, so you cleaned this room? Yes. And then I'll go like to the top of the door jamb and I'll go like this.
Hey, dust came off there.
Yeah, I know.
I should clean that.
You do have a lot of dust for
I
that.
know.
So if you were Grumbles right now, you would be
There's a lot
thrashed
of
within an
trouble.
inch of your life. I think
very,
I want him to have
it's
like
very
in
disconcerting.
a straw mat, like a bag full of straw at the bottom at the foot of my bed, so they can kick him awake, tell him when to go to sleep. You know,
Dobby.
I feel like we're
Dobby,
getting
what
into
do
some
you-
deep-seated real-life crisis
No,
here.
not at all. Not at all. This is just great for her. She misses all her people.
So with that, everyone now has their own room as well. We might do a little time dilation next time too. So like when we come back, we'll do some milestone and skill activity, and then we'll describe the place after a week of being in the city. And you can work on things in the city and take some time to, do some character development of your character within the city. Because
Well,
you've got a
I
lot going on, I think,
Procuring
Scarlett.
a way
I'm
to
gonna
and-
try and learn scry so that I can scry on Jerry.
Yeah,
Procure
you're taking over the laboratory
Look at me,
upstairs.
let me know it.
Yes.
But
And
feel
I'm
free
trying
to
make healing potions.
sketch out your rooms and decide what you want your rooms to be like. And I
That is
imagine
my room.
Scarlett's is just a chair and a footstool and a completely immaculate room with lots of fresh white linens on the floor. Please have a seat. I'll be with you in a minute. Have you ever heard Huey and Lewis in the news before? She goes Scarlet Psycho. Hey, Paul.
Well, if the white sheets go.
Have you ever heard of an artist called Pollock? I'm going to show you what he does, but with blood.
Watch what your intestines does.
Look at this. You're still alive, and I'm holding your intestines.
No, the scary part is when you see me start going.
Oh, when she kills naked. Yeah, that's
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
terrifying.
that's cool. Well, no, it's
It
good
makes
for
sense.
Good for the skin.
It's got natural lanolins.
Wow. I feel like I met my twin.
All right, everyone. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with us. I realize it's a horror show today, but we really missed each other
Yeah.
and we
sorry
had a
about
good
that.
time. So,
Yeah.
well, it's my version of a horror show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a skeleton dance around.
Yeah.
Give me a.
Let's see. Let's just recap what we did at the game. Desecrated a grave. Subjugated the weak.
Made friends with the haunt.
Made friends with a haunt.
Explored
bad
failed magic.
Killed spiders for no reason.
Talk to spiders.
Talked to
Making
spiders.
friends with a haunt a bad thing?
Yeah.
In the middle of the most divine city in the world, maybe.
Yeah, we have to purge our
Why
house of
did-
that guy.
That's
All right,
okay.
everyone, be
I still
kind,
don't
be safe,
understand how
play a
we can
game. We'll
exist.
see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Give me 5 minutes and I can describe some horror shows. Some real horror crap.
Have you guys watched Dahmer? That's what I'm
For
basing
every-
Zafora off
For
of.
every
Are
Are you
positive,
really?
for every
That's
positive
brilliant.
thought
I
in my
love
it.
head, I have the opposite.
But I watched it. It gave me some good
terrible
tips.
thought.
I love it. Where'd my
I know
pizza
what
go?
good is because of the evil. that
Thank you
resides
for
inside
making
my
that
head.
character for me.
Who's the for?
Grumbles.
Oh, isn't he
Oh my
great?
god.
I
I
loved
love him.
I wrote him
I
up.
was like, he jumps the wall. I said, this dude's a squatter.
I made him once I knew that Pike was giving you guys property, I was like, I'm putting a squatter on that property because it's been empty
It's been
forever.
empty forever, right? Oh yeah, he's gonna pay for what he's done.
I don't understand how a haunt could exist in the city. Somebody would know about it.
Not necessarily.
It's a freaking
not-
holy city. They
Yeah,
would
but not
know.
not if someone doesn't like